It's time to go!
Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Thank you for joining Claude and the Banstas on this Sunday afternoon, snowy afternoon, should I say, in some parts of Essex and southeast and Kent have had a lot of snow today. We've got a dust in the snow, not that much really, not as much as what we was hoping for, but in other words, it's good for me because obviously when I'm driving later, it won't be that bad. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming over. Hope you're all well. I'm trying a slightly different display today. It will get better. I'm trying to get good at these things, so please bear with me. But it's looking a little bit better. I don't know if you like this one or the other one better, but I'm going to try out a few other things too along the way, but I hope you like it. Let's get straight to it. It's Liverpool versus Man City today. It's going to be a good game. Let's get to the teams for Liverpool. Becker in goal. Arnold, Fabinho, Henderson, Robinson, Thiago, Wijnaldum, Jones, Salah, Firmino, and Mane for Liverpool. Great lineup. Obviously, they've still got a few problems at the back there, but hopefully they'll have a good team out today. They've got Milner on the bench, Adrian, Chamberlain, Kabak, Tismiskas, Shaqiri, Origi, Phillips, and Williams. For Man City today, we have got Edison, Cancelo, Stones, Diaz, Zinchenko, Silva, Rodri, Gundogan, Mahrez, Sterling, and Foden. On the bench, we've got Jesus, Stefan, Laporte, Torres, Mendy, Fernandinho, Garcia, Doyle, and is that Burnaby? On the bench for Man City. What is everyone going for, please? Everyone let me know exactly your prediction for today, and I'll try and get as many up. Unfortunately, Claude is still not well today, so he won't be with us, and Diesel has got a few other things. So it's just me again today that will be taking you through for the Liverpool-Man City, Liverpool-Man City game. We're just waiting for the players to come out on the pitch. Tony's going 2-1 City. Liam's going 2-2. Seamus, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. He's going Liverpool 2-1, hopefully, but I'm nervous for the game. Tom saying Arteta at. Lone Star saying morning. Hope you're well, mate. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go for... Unfortunately, for the Liverpool fans that we've got I just think City will nick this 2-1. I've got a feeling. I don't know why. I just think City have got the momentum at the moment, and you know they haven't. When was the last time they lost now? So I don't know. I've just got a feeling, unfortunately, that Man City will do this 2-1. Let me get the results up of the other games just in case anyone that hasn't seen the results today. Here we go. The results today. Spurs won 2-0 at West Brom at home. Spurs were at home. They won 2-0. And Harry Kane was back. He got on the score sheet. And so did Son. They got two goals in 4 minutes on 54 minutes and 58 minutes for Spurs. And they won 2-0. And Wolves and Leicester drew 0-0. They drew 0-0. And obviously we've got this game today. And then you've got Sheffield United versus Chelsea, the later game tonight. That's after this game. So let's see what happens in this game. Just quickly, let's get onto it. Tony, I know you're in the chat, mate. Obviously, we've got a West Ham fan in the chat. What a ridiculous sending off yesterday. Another sending off from a referee and VAR. Absolute disgusting. Let's be real. Absolute disgusting. But I suppose if you go by what Claude and Lee Gunner and these sort of people say, you know, it's the letter of the law. He's raised his arm, he's raised his elbow. That's what the letter of the law says. Like I keep saying, you know, you've got the letter of the laws there, which is you've got to have, don't get me wrong, but you should be able to interpret it, and you should be able to look at the evidence when you go over to the screen to interpret it how you want them rules. Them rules are there as a guideline, surely. Surely they're there for a guideline. When you're going over to the screen and looking at these incidents on the screen, it should surely come down to the referee's discretion or his common sense, looking at the TV and getting the decision right. It was absolute disgraceful, right? Disgraceful. And just on the talk of obviously decisions, the Lacazette one, yesterday. Let's be real, that is a 100% nailed on penalty. Lacazette was brought down by Martinez. The VAR is there to pick these things up and be able to tell the referee, you need to look at this on the screen. I've screenshotted something yesterday that what's his name? The referee on BT Sport come out with. Peter Walton in it. Is that his name? Peter Walton. This is what he said about the Lacazette thing, right? If anyone doesn't know. Peter Walton on Lacazette and the Martinez incident. I think VAR did not look at it because they do a silent check on everything. VAR is not there to get the correct decision. What? What is he talking about, this donut? What is he talking about? VAR is not there to get the correct decision. So what does that interpret then? They can just pick and choose when they want to give a red card or a yellow card, or if it's a foul. I mean, that is the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth, right? It's there to identify clear and obvious errors from the referee or when the referee has missed something, right? So I was told yesterday that it wasn't a clear and obvious error. That's why VAR didn't pick it up. But Peter Walton is clearly saying, or when the referee has missed it. So that is what VAR is for, isn't it? That's what I thought VAR was for. This is why I wanted VAR in. This is why I at the beginning when they was bringing it in, I was pleased that they was bringing it in. So that for instances like what we've been seeing, the ref can go over. I mean, well, the ref don't really need to go over. Let's be real. The referees at Stokely Park should be picking up these things and saying it's a stonewall penalty. It's not a red card. Anything like that. That's what VAR should be there for. It's not VAR's fault. People keep saying VAR is doing this and doing that. It's nothing to do with VAR. It's to do with the people at Stokely Park that are looking at the action replays and making a decision. And it's down to the referees. This is ridiculous now. It's getting absolute ridiculous. And it ain't just Arsenal. I wouldn't even mind. It's not even just Arsenal. It's happening to all teams. All teams. And now you can't be an advocate of saying, oh, it's the letter of the law, and then say the incident yesterday is a red card and not a red card. Because if you're stating that for the Arsenal one with the David Luiz one, then obviously you're going to do this exactly the same for yesterday's one. But you can't have ex-players that have played the game, pundits, fans, all looking at it and coming up with the same answer, but yet the referees are still getting it wrong. What is going on? What is going on? It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, if VAR is going to act like this and it's not there for a purpose of picking up on stuff that's going on and the referee don't see it, then what's the point of having it? What's the point of having it? For me, get rid of it. We might as well just go back to what it was before. Because if the referee don't pick it up and the VAR don't pick it up, VAR is not doing anything. It's not doing nothing. It's absolute ridiculous that these incidences are happening far too much now. This is the reason for me why VAR was brought in, like I said. If the referee gets it wrong, he can go over on the screen, have a look at it, and then decide for himself again afterwards and hopefully make the right decision. But they're not even making the right decisions anymore. And I've said this for ages. Why ain't the referees in England mic'd up? Why in every other sport and every other country, VAR's working fine in football in every other country. I don't hear anybody else moaning about VAR. In every other sport that's had VAR basically for ages now, all the referees are mic'd up and you can clearly hear what is going on. Clearly hear what is going on. Have they got something to hide? Are we not allowed to know? What's the problem? Why can't we hear what they're saying? You tell me, because I haven't got a clue. Why are they not mic'd up? Now, I shared something on Twitter earlier in the Australian football. They're all mic'd up, the football referees. He give a yellow card for a really, really dangerous challenge that could have broke the player's leg. And obviously, VAR, you can hear everything that's going on. He's being told that it should be a definitely red card, but go over and check the screen and look at it yourself. He goes over and checks the screen, and guess what? He can see that he's clearly made the mistake, runs over to the player, says he's looked at VAR. He took the yellow card out and give him the red card. It is crazy what is going on at the moment. Absolute crazy. And let's get this right before anyone starts moaning and going running back to people and start saying, "Oh, have you seen what Terry said?" and blah blah blah. Right? I'm not saying if that would have made us won yesterday, Arsenal, that decision alone, because we was absolutely poor. And Arteta, the subs that he made, the substitution of players coming off was absolutely pathetic yesterday. I said that yesterday. He got it wrong. Why on earth he put Saka back at left back, one of our most attacking players, I do not know. Right? So all these people that keep saying, "Oh, I'm just agreeing with Arteta and blah 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 and all that rubbish." No, it's not. I agreed with all the things that went on yesterday. But like I said, we picked the best 11 for that game yesterday. He made the substitutions at the right time. Unfortunately, one player error cost us, the 3 points because they didn't score any other goals. So one player error, and yes, we didn't deserve a win. We didn't deserve a win because we didn't play. The players did not turn up. It's as simple and easy as that. Right, the players here, Man City and Liverpool, are just coming out on the pitch. Obviously, Man City are in their blue kit and Liverpool are in their own red kit. They're just lining up now to have the pitch taken, and then hopefully we'll get underway in a minute. Let's get to some of your comments quickly. Wilson, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. We said most of these English referees need to be replaced by some foreign refs. They would provide a great balance to the league. What do you think, Terry? Well, anything's got to help at the moment, Wilson, to be honest. Anything's got to help because these referees at the moment, they've obviously got something to hide. And again, another thing, I've been saying this for years. Why is the referee so protected in this country? Why? Why are they so protected? Why can they not be accountable and come out and have an interview afterwards and explain on TV after watching replay upon replay, which we do when players come out and managers come out? Why can't they do it and explain their situation? Why can't they do that? Why are they so protected in this country? It's absolute pathetic. Pathetic. Patrick, how you doing, mate? Hope you well. Refs get the blame of all Arsenal problems since I can remember. What problems, Patrick? If you clearly can't see that they was not red cards, and like I just said, I'm not blaming that on we should have won the game, but it's clearly a penalty. Let's be real. That Lacazette yesterday was pulled down by his top and pulled down to the floor. That is clearly a penalty. I'm not saying it's a red card. I'm not saying, well, we should get a yellow card because if you pull players down in the box and things like that, it's a foul. So you should get a yellow card. It's a clear penalty, a clear, obvious chance that should have been a penalty. Same as yesterday with Sukic. You can clearly see that he's just moving his arm away from the player. Clearly moving his elbows and arm away from the player. But yet, somehow, the referee and the referees at Stokely Park see that as an elbow to the face. Now, if that is a red card, what Sukic done yesterday, is Mane's one on Tierney when we played them in Liverpool, where he clearly goes like that, away from the ball, and doesn't even get booked. Now, all I'm saying is, if you're going to send one player off, then you've got to send the other player off. Consistency, right? I've not got no problem if that's what you're saying the law is, but then roll it out across the board. Come on. It's not rocket science. Seamus is saying, why not use a video ref that is in the stadium like what they... Exactly, Seamus. They do it in cricket, they do it in football, American football, basketball, and I hardly ever seeing fans getting rolled up because they've got the wrong decision, because it's the right decision at the end of the day. 99.9 times out of 10 in all them other sports. Why is it so hard for us to get it right in English football? Why? I don't understand. I do not understand. Tony saying, because tell referees' performances are dealt with in ass. But why, Tone? Why? That's what I'm saying. Why are they protected? What have they got to be protected from? Managers have to come out and say why they done this decision, why they picked this player, why they done that. Players come out and have to do that. Why can't referees do it? I don't understand. Why are they protected? You've clearly made that decision, like he did on Sukic yesterday. He's gone over to the screen and see it again, and he's clearly made that decision again, Tone. So why can't he come out afterwards and explain his reasons for that on TV with an interviewer? Why? What is so wrong with that? Wilson saying, Liverpool 2, Man City 1. Right, we just kicked off, everyone. I will try and get as many comments up as I possibly can while commentating on the game. We're just under a minute in the game. Man City are playing from left to right. Obviously in their light blue kit, even though they're away, and Liverpool playing in their own kit, playing from right to left. Excuse me, Liverpool. Oh no, Alisson just cleared the ball out, but he's made a mistake. It's gone straight to Liverpool here. Wijnaldum, he's gone back to Henderson, but Henderson's gone all the way back. Sorry, not Alisson, I've got it wrong. Edison, sorry. Becker, but now Becker plays it downfield, but goes straight to Stones of Man City. Man City, I've got it on the halfway line. Gundogan. Oh, he's been fouled here by, was that Thiago? He's been fouled by Thiago. Gundogan is rolling about on the pitch. I don't know if he's caught him that bad. Let's have a look. Oh, it's more of a coming to legs, I think. Oh no, he's kicked the back of his calf as he was trying to make a tackle. But Gundogan is still down on the floor in some pain here. And Thiago's getting a yellow card here. In the first minute and a half, Thiago's getting a yellow card and Gundogan's still down on the floor. Let's see this. Let's get a few comments in. Tony saying, I've always said it. The fourth officials need to be given more power. All he has to do is watch a screen or open play and then pull up the referee on fouls, etc. Isn't that hard, is it? Exactly. I just don't get it, mate. Just don't get it. Steve saying, the worst mistakes was Sheffield United goal versus Aston Villa. Not given. Topper saying, mic up the refs, all of them, so we can hear what they are discussing and what the reason is that they are there. It's effective. Exactly. Like I said, I don't understand why we can't hear what they're saying. Gundogan's up on his feet at the moment, but we're still waiting. James saying, get me on the committee meeting, refs. I would sack all of them. Exactly, mate. Patrick saying, where do you think Arsenal will finish till? I would like to say above 8th place, but Patrick, I don't know, mate. I don't know. This is a weird season. Like I said earlier on, we had the right team out there. Let's be real, because everyone that was in the chat yesterday, well over 200 people, was in the chat. They all definitely agreed that was the team that he should have picked, but the players just didn't play. So sometimes, you know what I mean? I don't understand what people want. You know what I mean? They want blood out of a stone. Do you know what I mean? It's like I said, I totally agree. I don't think he substituted the right players, Patrick, and I don't understand why Saka went to left back. That is on Arteta. I would love to ask him these questions and why Willian keeps getting picked over other certain players, which I don't understand. But, you know, it's a transition at the moment. People have got to stop saying that we are the Arsenal like it was, 16 years ago. That was when we was the Arsenal, when we could compete, but we haven't done that for 16 years. We have got no definitive right to be in the top 4 or go out there and just beat teams because we're the Arsenal. We've got to go out there and we've got to work hard about it. The game's back underway, but nothing going on just yet. Max Onley's in the chat. How you doing, mate? He said, evening, everyone. Really low mentality, but I really enjoy these streams. Thanks a lot, Max. Appreciate that, mate. Lone Star saying, me neither, Ricardo. We can't beat Villa. Sorry, I didn't see the one above, so I don't know what you're talking about. Ricardo saying, I think we are going down. Oh, dear. Andy's back in the chat. How you doing, Andy? Big up, Terry. Hope you're well, mate. I'm really well. Thank you, mate. Really well. Apart from obviously the result yesterday. But James saying, top 6 is unlikely for Arsenal, not consistent enough. Totally agree, James. Totally agree at the moment. Liverpool's back underway here. Liverpool in their own half here. Gone right back to the keeper. Becca to Fabinho. Jones now. Man City are trying to pressure up high. Great run in there. Oh, that was lucky. Becca was lucky there to get rid of that. That was great. Shutting down from who was that? 20. Must have been Tumascus. No, sorry, Silva. Man City, you're on the ball now. And you've got Mahrez just on this right-hand side. Mahrez back to... Oh, he's played a bad ball there. I think that was Silva again. He's played a... No, Rodri... who is that? Sorry, I can't see who his name was, but he played a bad ball over and it's gone straight out for a goal kick. Everyone looks really cold here. Pep's got his hat and gloves on and the scarf around his neck. But it's obviously not been snowing up north. It's only down in south. It's normally up north, isn't it? They get the snow, not down south. But there you go. Blake, how you doing, mate? He said Arsenal's actual team is worse than Everton's and Leicester. I don't think. Well, I don't know. I don't know anymore, mate. Tony saying hats off to Newcastle yesterday, getting the result with 9 men. Yep. No, well done. Willock obviously got his debut goal for him and all. Opening goal for Newcastle, done well. Lone Star, that made me mad, Ricardo. The game was crying out for Martinelli and he brought on bloody William. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree with you there, Lone Star. Andy saying our refs are the worst in Europe. Absolute clueless. The FA needs to sort it out. Well, I just can't understand it. And I don't understand why they don't get ex-players that have played the game, you know, that are commentating, you know what I mean? Get them in there. Do you know what I mean? You know, I just don't understand it. They're all saying, the ex-players are all saying that these decisions are absolute ridiculous. It was never a sending off. Most of these red cards. Most of them. And yet, you know what I mean? And you got ex-referees coming out and saying that it wasn't red cards. You got Peter Walton coming out with absolute dribble. Absolute dribble. Saying that VAR is not there to make the right decision, the correct decision. What is he going on about? What is it there for? Absolute ridiculous. Ridiculous. Man City just got the ball on halfway line here. And they're just bringing it forward. Rodri plays it over to Stones. Stones on this right-hand side. But he plays it back across on the halfway line to Rodri. Rodri plays it to Shevchenko. Zinchenko. And now they're going backwards again. It's just a slow build-up play at the moment. We're nearly 9 minutes in. And the ball, they try and play a long ball, Man City, and it goes straight to Alisson in goal. It's been, there ain't been no shots at goal yet. It's just been like a chess match, I would say, at the moment. All in the middle of the park. Nothing's been happening. I'd say Man City's had more of the possession at the moment. But Man City, again, are on the ball and they're just playing it at the back at the moment. Edison playing it to Stones. Stones back to Edison. Back to Stones. Stones have tried to get it out, but Mane's closed him down and it's gone out for a throw into Man City deep in their own half. So, Patrick saying, do you think Wenger would have got better out of this team? No, to be honest. Because I think, like I've said before, oh, sorry, I thought Liverpool was going to mount an attack there, but Man City's won it back. I think that when we went that unseason unbeaten with that team, that we should have went on for 4 or 5 years at least, being the best team, in, especially in England, around the world with that team that we had. And unfortunately, he slowly went backwards and backwards and back. Yes, we won the FA Cup, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. We love the FA Cup. He won a couple, 2 or 3 of them after that. But what else did we seriously do? Let's be honest. We didn't really do anything. There was a couple of seasons when we could have went out and got that marquee signing, and we didn't. Like the Suarez one. You know what I mean? If we would have got Suarez that season, we would have definitely won the league. But, you know, why didn't he do it? Why didn't Arsenal do it? So, you know, look, he might, because of his experience and everything, he might have got us another, 5-6 points. But is that fantastic? Is that wow? No. So, you know, like I said, this is a transition period for Arsenal. You know, that old Arsenal that we call the Arsenal, that period has gone now. We're in a new period. We need to start afresh again, basically. With the squad that we've had over the last 4, 5, 6 seasons, it's been absolute piss poor. We've had to get rid of a load of deadwood that we had to pay or cancel their contracts because we couldn't get any money for them. Let's be real, we couldn't get any money for them. So we had to cancel their contracts or pay their money and pay them off because we couldn't sell them. That's how bad they were. And yet people were saying that we should be challenging in top 4. Don't understand it. Don't understand it, Patrick. What else we got here? We've got Warren's in the chat. How you doing, Warren? Hope you're well, mate. What do you think about what Mark Housley was allegedly to have said? Yeah, he said that basically that the FA's rigged, basically, and that to make so many yellow cards or so many red cards, basically like traffic wardens. You know, they've got to go out and ticket so many people for their commission and things like that. So it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Would not surprise me whatsoever, Warren. What about yourself? Ricardo saying, I think the refs are racist. They don't like Spanish managers. But that can't be right then. He can't like Scottish managers, can he? Because David Moyes yesterday and sent off Sukic, Ricardo. So, you know, what can you say about that? Lone Star is saying, it's 75 here in Austin, Texas today. Sunny t-shirt. Oh, lovely, mate. Unfortunately, it's snowing where we are. It's supposed to be in for the next couple of days, mate. Yes, it is, Warren. It is the picture of the Emirates, but somehow it's getting mixed up a little bit with the Claude on the bouncer sign. So I've got to sort that out, mate. But yeah, thanks. Alan said, after 2004, football started to change. Football clubs with money started to dominate, and Arsenal as a club didn't want to follow that. That is the reason why Arsenal fall, not Wenger. You can look at it like that, Alan. But what I would say to that is that as an experienced manager like Arsene Wenger was, why has it taken us 16 years and a lot of years under Arsene Wenger to go out and get a defense? Well, not even a defensive, a midfielder of quality of what Partey is, and we haven't really seen that much of Gabriel, but a central defender of his quality too. Why didn't we go out and do that? Or why didn't he go out and do that? Or Arsenal go out and do that? Why? This is what my argument is. Everyone keeps saying that, you know, he's too unexperienced, Arteta. But why has it taken an unexperienced manager to go out and get them players to plug them holes and not the experienced managers that we had? And that was Emery and Wenger. Why? I don't understand it. So are you telling me that Arsenal as a club and directors and board and all things like that said, right, what we're going to do is we're not going to go out and do that because we don't believe in Wenger. We don't believe him. What we do is we just keep him there and we will go out and just get him some crap players and that's it. You know, same with Emery. He won 3 trophies on a trot in the Europa League. We ain't going to trust him. You know what I mean? What we'll do is we'll wait until we get the manager of what we want in, an unexperienced manager, and we're trusting with all the funds and, you know, go out and get the players that he wants because that's what we believe in. You know, Wenger had loads of chances to buy these players that we needed. How many times did we hear reports come out, and even Wenger himself, oh, we could have bought that player, we could have had this player, and we didn't. We didn't. So what was all that about? Man City have got a chance here. Liverpool have dealt with it for a second. And referees give a free kick to Wijnaldum deep in Liverpool's half here. 15 minutes gone. Still Liverpool 0, Man City 0. Not really. No, there hasn't been no shots at goal at the moment. I don't even think there's been a corner. It's just been all in the middle of the park. Man City have had more of the possession, just playing it around. And now Liverpool are doing the same thing, but Man City are pressuring really high, and as quick as Liverpool get a first touch on the ball, Man City's players there. And now they come forward. Mahrez, his first touch has let him down, but Jones picks it up for Liverpool. Thiago, Wijnaldum. Now Robinson on his left-hand side, trying to bring Liverpool out, but Man City intercept with Rodri. Rodri plays it back to Stones. Stones trying to bring it forward, just in Liverpool's half. Plays it over to Zinchenko. Now Sterling on this left-hand side, cuts it into Foden. Foden back to Zinchenko. And see, this is all they're doing at the moment. Man City are just passing it back. Mahrez now on his right-hand side, got a little bit of space. But he's turned around and gone backwards. And they're just playing it across field again. Zinchenko trying to get Sterling in. But Arnold was there with a clearance. And now Salah's trying to bring it forward. Liverpool trying to mount an attack here. Firmino has lost that. I don't know who that was, but now City's on the attack. Mahrez running down the wing. He cuts inside. Plays it back. Gundogan plays it out on the left to Sterling. Sterling by the left-hand corner flag. Runs inside the box. And Arnold has tackled him. And now trying to get Liverpool shot on attack with Salah. Salah down this right-hand side now. Into Man City's half. He's got no one up with him. But he's played it across now to Jones. Jones slows it up. Robinson on his left-hand side. Unfortunately, Liverpool have gone backwards again now. TV Steve, thank you very much for your super chat, mate. He said the ball don't know anything about football. Well, exactly. That's what, you can say that. Let's be honest, that's what I mean. We say that Stan Kroenke has nothing to do with this football club. He doesn't turn up. He doesn't come. You know what I mean? It leaves it all down to all the board and the managers and all things like that. So that's what I'm saying. So Wenger basically had the power to go out and get the players that he wanted. Because let's be honest, Stan Kroenke didn't have no input. Didn't have no input at all. So why didn't Wenger go out and get these players, Steve? That's what I'm saying. Ricardo saying, Terry, you should read the AFC Bell article about the Emery era. Rail decided where to buy. Emery wanted other players. Well, you know what I mean? Why did he stay then? Why did he stay there as a manager? If you ain't going to be able to... I don't understand this. What job... Right, hold up. Liverpool, Thiago has been tackled just outside of the Man City box. Now, Bernardo Silva trying to clear it, goes back to Stones. And it's going to be a slow build-up again. Stone, look at this. Stone goes back to Edison in goal. Edison plays it out to Silva. Silva goes right the way back to Stones. Very, very slow build-ups at the moment. Nothing real happening in this game. 19 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Man City 0. What else we got here? Alan. How you doing, Alan? Hope you're well. Wenger bought many great players in the club. I just believe that Arsenal in the last 15 years of the club didn't want to invest that much money as Chelsea, City, Man U. Alan, his first 10 years, hold up, Mahrez inside the box now. Oh, he's done. He's lucky to get that back off of Robinson there. City has still got a chance. Mahrez on his right-hand side. Plays the ball into the box. But Fabinho has cleared it. Oh, no. Salah slipped. He gives it back. Sterling. This left-hand side. Oh, what on earth is he doing? He is poor lately, Sterling. Absolutely poor. But now it's come to Mane on the halfway line. Oh, he's tried to do a back heel. But now City have got it. Zinchenko's coming down on the left-hand side. Zinchenko running down. Gives it to Sterling. Sterling, very, very slowly, gives it to Gundogan. Back to Sterling. And now they've slowed it right down. And now they're coming across field, more or less just inside the halfway line. Stones. Silva to Mahrez on this right-hand side now. Back to Silva. Silva. Back to Cancelo. Cancelo. Diaz, oh my God. He's tried to play a ball over to Sterling and it's nearly gone out the stadium. My God. Poor at the moment. It's been a poor game in his first 20 minutes. Nothing, no shots. I don't think there's been a corner, if I can remember rightly. It's just been, Man City's had most of the possession. It's just side-to-side football at the moment. Very, very poor. Richard is saying, so we are in transition with loads of injuries. It's part of the process. The deadwood is gone and, the refs are corrupt. What's wrong with that, Richard? We have got injuries. What, is that a lie? Is that a lie? We are in a process because obviously the process was we was left in so much shit from the Wenger era of the last 11 years. Even with under Emery, if people want to say that he didn't get his own players, then the board was picking the players. And now the refs are corrupt. Why are we saying, who said the refs were corrupt? What we're saying is that they're not getting the decisions right. Ain't that the truth, Richard? That's not being biased. You're allowed to say that the referees ain't getting the decisions right. And I hardly ever pick on the referees. Hardly ever pick on the referees. But the decisions they're getting wrong at the moment are totally wrong. Let's be real, Richard. If you want to lie and lie to yourself and make yourself feel better that we haven't got injuries, that we're not in a transition, and that we didn't get rid of the deadwood, because we did get rid of the deadwood in January, a lot earlier than expected from me. I didn't think it would be until the summer. And if you're really sitting there saying, well, that's the letter of the law, Sukic should have been sent off yesterday, and David Luiz should have been sent off, and the Southampton player, Bergkamp was his name, I think, should have been sent off, then what? I don't understand. Why? Because we're calling out the referees because they've made a bad decisions. Are we now saying, all of us that say that, the refs are corrupt? The refs are corrupt. Why are you saying that? If he didn't send him off, we would have won the game. No, I'm not saying that, Richard. I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I'm saying is that there's VAR there now. That's why I wanted VAR there and to come in to pick up on all these decisions. Because you can clearly see on the TV that they are not red cards or they are a penalty and players should not be sent off. That's what I'm saying to you, Richard. Now, please explain to me what you don't understand what I said. What else have we got here? Ricardo said, I'm going to say it now, Decor is much better than Partey. Well, listen, that's your faults, Ricardo. You know, I've got no problem with that. At the moment, I think Partey will be a much, much better player. He's only just come into a new league. Let's be real. How many games has he played? Unfortunately, for some unknown reason, every player that we get from now on, or we've got, has injuries and gets injured at Arsenal. And I don't know the reason for that either. Tierney, he can only play 3 or 4 games and then he's out for 3 or 4 games. At the moment, Partey looks the same. At the moment, Gabriel we've got looks the same. You know, I don't understand it. Saka, let's be real, as great as fantastic player he is, do we really believe that he can go a whole season without getting injured? Same as Smith-Rowe. I don't know. James is saying, looks like neither team wants to lose this. Still a long way to go. You're exactly right, James. Nearly 24 minutes in. For me, it's been absolutely poor at the moment. Nothing is going on whatsoever. It's been side-to-side football. Robinson's just come across the halfway line for Liverpool. And guess what? He's gone back. Thiago goes across. And now Wijnaldum goes right the way back to Fabinho. Fabinho to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum now in his own half. Thiago goes back to Ronaldo in his own half. There's been one attempt at goal, and from Man City. I can't even remember that. I don't know. Right. Liverpool trying to come forward. They're going to get... Oh, no, Arnold's kept it in on this right-hand side, deep in Man City's half. Oh, he's Tristan Tyne. He's come in, the cross. Oh, Mane with an header has just gone over the crossbar. That's the first real attempt at goal. Mane, should he have done better? Let's have a look at the replay. Great work on the right-hand side here from Arnold. On Shevchenko, he twist and twined him. Pulls it down on the right-hand side. Plays a crossing, and Mane, he should do better there. He's on his own, really. He's got a clear header without being pressured. Mane, he should have got at least got that on target, but it's gone over the bar. First real attempt at goal, 25 minutes in. Mane there for Liverpool, and it's still 0-0. What else we got here? Petit saying, we are lucky we have Partey. The guy only came because he is an Arsenal fan. Otherwise, he should be in a proper Champions League side. Well, if that's how you think, Petit, then, you know, I can't change your mind, mate. So, you know, James saying it's bloody annoying, Tony, but nothing we can do. I think he's talking about the referee's decision there. MN, sorry, mate. He's saying he is called Bednarick, the Southampton player. Yeah. Liverpool are trying to mount their attack again. Robinson trying to get Mane in, but Stones is there to intercept the ball. Plays it back to Ederson. Ederson goes for a long ball downfield to Sterling. Sterling's trying to say he's been pushed by Arnold, but it goes out for a throw. Arnold takes deep in Liverpool's half here. Arnold goes straight back to Alisson. Alisson to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum back to Henderson. Henderson over on his left-hand side to Robinson. Robinson goes back to Henderson. Henderson goes across goal to Fabinho. Fabinho goes across to Arnold. Arnold to Jones. Jones, guess what? Goes back to Fabinho. Fabinho tries to come forward. Gives it to Thiago. Thiago to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum now plays a great ball out on this left-hand side to Robinson. Halfway in, Man City's off. Mane. Mane picks the ball up now. Mane plays it back to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum to Thiago. Thiago back to Wijnaldum. Back to Thiago. Thiago with a silly pass, and City intercept it in the middle of the pitch. And now Foden. Foden can get Mahrez now. 1 against 2. Mahrez. Has he been brought down there? He's been brought down by Mane. Is Mane going to get a booking here? Mane has done exactly what basically Luiz has done the other day. And because it ain't obviously in a penalty area or the last man, he doesn't even get booked. And obviously, Mane's on the floor and he gets a free kick for it. So well done for Mane there. Liverpool got a chance here. Sorry, Man City. What am I talking about? Liverpool got a chance. Man City, Gundogan is over the ball with Silva. Silva looks like he's going to take. Gundogan, sorry. Oh my God. What a poor free kick. He plays a chip ball right at the back post, basically, and it just goes out for a goal kick. Poor. This is absolutely poor today at the moment. 28 minutes gone. It's been a poor game for me. Liverpool 0, Man City 0. Liverpool just had the best chance of the game, or the only chance, I would say. Mane with an header that went straight over the bar. But apart from that, City's had more of the possession. And it's just been... Oh, he's going to pull that back for a... Oh. Poor game. Arsenal Maniacs in the ass. How you doing, mate? Ridiculous. If you don't play for Arsenal, you don't get away with those. MN saying, hello, I see. I did think Claude would be unavailable, but I wasn't sure about that, about Diesel. Yeah, Diesel ain't available, unfortunately, either. It's just me today. Sorry about that. But hopefully we can get by. Not a problem. Tony's saying, James Dunlop, don't get me wrong, it has saved the club money, although they say we haven't got any, but the stadium is losing money and over fists. So you never know, may get it on the cheap. And I think you're talking about the stadium there, the London Stadium, isn't you, Tone? Mane just outside the box, and he's been tackled. But Anderson's intercepted the ball. He's trying to put Salah in the box. Oh, Firmino with a great shot just inside the box on the right-hand side. But Edison just taps it over the bar. Good shot there. That's another great chance for Liverpool. Liverpool have had the 2 best chances this game so far. Firmino, right hand, half volley, straight at the goal. And Edison just palms it over for a corner kick for Liverpool here. What can Liverpool do with this corner on the half-hour mark? Here comes the corner. Oh, Stones with a good clearance header. And now Foden. Foden is running down the pitch. Oh, he's gone past him. Oh, that was unlucky. Jones, well played back there. Real running back with Foden. But that was great play. Went past 2 Liverpool players. But Jones kept up with him and intercepted the ball and cleared it. So well played to Jones there for Liverpool. Unlucky from Foden. But that was a great break from Foden from a Liverpool corner. But now Liverpool have got the ball halfway in Man City's half. Hopefully the game's going to brighten up a little bit here. Wijnaldum, just as I say that, guess what? We're going backwards again. Wijnaldum, Fabinho with the ball. Fabinho goes on the right-hand side to Arnold, and Arnold goes all the way back to Alisson, the keeper. Alisson now gives it to Henderson. Henderson to Jones. Jones to Fabinho. Fabinho to Henderson. Henderson back to Alisson. Alisson back to Henderson. Henderson tries and plays it upfield. Mane comes deep for the ball in his own half. Plays it out on this wing to Arnold. Arnold just inside Man City's half. Plays it forward to Fabinho. Firmino. Plays it back to Arnold on this right-hand side. He crosses it into the box. It's still up in the air. Edison comes for it and collects it. Goes to ground and slows the game right down again. Sorry to hear that, Arsenal maniac. I'm sure that's to do your aunt. He's saying no, she's not okay. Still in a coma. Her thoughts and prayers and everything crossed for you, mate. Is hopefully that she comes out of it and pulls through, mate. But sorry to hear that, mate. Ricardo saying, guys, I think the players will down tools for the rest of the season. Well, we can only see, Ricardo, can't we? I don't think that will happen. I don't think it has happened. You know, like I said, we're not going to be able to go out and win every single game. We should have beat Wolves, let's be fair. And yesterday, we just didn't turn up, in my eyes. We just didn't turn up. The players were absolute awful yesterday. Saka had quite a good game. I thought Pepe had quite a good game. And Matt Ryan, he saved us. Let's be real. A few chances that they had. But, you know. Ball comes in from Arnold and Stones gets it and it goes out for a corner for Liverpool. Liverpool's got another corner on the right-hand side. Arsenal Manic saying, Terry, I'm going to join your cult. Diesel Truancy has titled me to wall job. No problem, mate. No problem. What else we got? Ricardo is saying transition cult. Andy says, I think the game against Benfica, we'll see if we have Dan tools. Exactly, Andy. We've got that coming up at the end of this month. Corner comes in, and Man City have dealt with it, and it goes out for a throw-in on this left-hand side now. Henderson is over here quickly to take the throw-in, but he's slowed the game down there. Nearly 33 minutes in, still Liverpool 0, Man City 0. Liverpool with 2 great chances to go up in this game, but it's been pretty poor, to be honest. It's been like a chess game at the moment. And someone said it earlier on, I can't remember who it was. Both teams don't want to lose. So, but now City have got half a chance here. Gundogan has misplaced his first touch. Liverpool intercepted now. Wijnaldum to Salah. Salah on the ball here to Jones. Jones on this right-hand side. Jones plays it across to Thiago, middle of the pitch. Plays a ball over to Robinson on this left-hand side. Robinson into Thiago. Thiago goes across goal to Salah. Salah to Jones. Jones tried to play Arnold in with a great little pass in between 2 players, but Man City have got rid of it only to Robinson. Robinson trying to come forward. Firmino, Robinson. Oh, that's a poor ball, but Firmino gets it back. Thiago has gone backwards now to Henderson. Henderson across to Jones. Jones coming through the midfield. Plays it over on this right-hand side to Arnold. Arnold looks back for Jones. Jones got no one to pass it to, so they had to go all the way back to Henderson on the halfway line. Henderson trying to come across field again now. No one to pass it to whatsoever. Now he's got Arnold on this right-hand side. Arnold plays it into Jones. Jones has had to go all... No, I thought he was going to go all the way back. But Arnold has played it into Salah. Touching on the throw-in line on this right-hand side, and they've gone all the way back again. Henderson now tries a long ball through, but Stones gets the ball, intercepts it. Gundogan has given the ball away back to Liverpool. Wijnaldum to Robinson. Robinson back to Jones. Jones trying to bring it forward to Mane. Mane's lost it now. Gundogan. And Foden gets tackled on basically the halfway line, and Man City get a free kick. Liam saying, not going to lie, Terry, I think Benfica will beat Arsenal if it's just a one-off game. They're talking about it. Well, it's 2 games, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's a one-off game. What? Because we can't travel, you mean? There's a lot of games being saying, isn't they, that in Spain and Portugal and that the players, that the teams can't fly out there. So I don't know what's going to happen at the minute. But at the moment, it's still 2 games. So Lone Star saying, these 2 teams work so hard off the ball and have real quality with the ball. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Lone Star. Sterling running through. Then the ref gives a penalty. The ref has given a penalty here to Man City. Sterling has gone down in the box. I didn't think it was a penalty, but obviously we'll see that from the replay. The referee was right on the spot, to be fair. Let's have a look. He goes past Arnold. He runs in box. He tries to go past. Oh, my God. If that's a penalty, another one. Then we have a look at this again. Oh, yeah, no. Fabinho looks like he put his back leg out there, so I'm going to say that one is a penalty. He's literally thrown his back leg out, I think, and that is a penalty for me. So I'm going to say for me, that's a penalty. The referee got the decision right there. And penalty here for City. Looks like Gundogan is taking this. Gundogan could put Man City up here with a penalty for Man City. 37 minutes gone here at Anfield. Can City go 1-0 up? Gundogan stepping up. He takes a penalty. Oh, my God. He's put it miles over the bar. Absolutely miles over the bar. At the moment, that just sums up this game, I think, at the moment. Oh, poor. Absolute poor penalty. Literally. Alisson goes the right way, but he didn't need to do anything. Gundogan puts it miles over the bar. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's still Liverpool 0, City 0. Liverpool need to capitalise on that now. Arsenal Maniac saying shocking penalty. Penalty. Yeah, it was. Absolute shocking. Liverpool trying to come on the attack here. Mane, just outside the box on this left-hand side. Goes back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo is trying to bring it forward. He comes out on this left-hand side to Robinson. Robinson has to go back to Henderson. Henderson trying to bring it forward. Robinson on this left-hand side, cuts it across in the box. Salah tries to get it, but Man City have cleared it. Oh, my God. Stones is lucky there. Stones tries to clear it. It comes off of a Liverpool player and it goes out for a goal kick. Right, what we got while we're waiting for that. Roran, you're right. It was a definite penalty. Yep, definitely. Arsenal Maniac saying, how do you miss the goal from there? I don't know, mate. I don't know. As Diesel would say, these players get paid a hell of a lot of money. You know what I mean? They train every single day. How can you miss that? You know what I mean? But yeah, they do, don't they? They do. Ricardo says, guys, do you think we need a video about the transition cult? What about doing a cult about yourself, Ricardo? What about doing that? And the Emery cult? You done one about me? I thought it was good. Why not do one about yourself and the delusional facts that you think? Could be delusional. Some people would say that. I don't know. Obviously my opinions, but you never know. James said, just landed in my back garden. That did. Lone Star, you've got a hit on target. Alan Lanson once said, you got to hit the target. Yeah, exactly. MN says, Terry, yes, but they are not robots. Laugh out loud. Omar's in the chat. Evening, Terry. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. What a terrible penalty. Unbelievable, mate. Absolute unbelievable. Right, here comes Firmino. Firmino trying to get Man City have intercepted it, and now they're going to What's he going to do? He's going to try. Oh my God, he's put himself well into trouble here. Oh, he is so lucky. Absolutely so lucky. Celio there. Really, really lucky there to get out of that. He had 2 Liverpool players around him and then he mucked it up. But now City are trying to mount their attack. And here comes Zinchenko on this left-hand side, just inside his own half now. Brings it across into Liverpool's half. Here goes Gundogan. Gundogan on his left-hand side. Played it to Sterling. Oh, and he absolutely loses it. And he just stands there. He ain't even running back to help his players out. Mane now. Mane running down the midfield. Plays it on this right-hand side. But the ball... Oh, no. Arnold has collected it. He's kept it in play. Gives it to Salah, just outside the box. Salah to Mane, inside the box. Back to Salah. Salah goes for a shot. It comes off an arm, but I don't think that's got to be given a penalty. And Liverpool, it comes out for a Liverpool throw-in on this left-hand side. They're just showing the replay here of this. Salah goes for a shot. Oh, no, that's never a penalty. He's got his arm there, but he ain't even looking at the ball or anything. Never a penalty. Spencer's in the house. How you doing, Spencer? Thank you very much for your lovely message yesterday. Really appreciate it, mate, and glad to see you in the chat. And I hope you're well, mate. What have we got here? MN said, Terry, what is your score prediction for this game? I went for City 2-1. I went for City 2-1 at the beginning of the game, mate. Liverpool have had 2 good chances to go up in this game. And Man City had the best chance now with the penalty. But let's be honest, what a piss poor penalty that was. And really, the game's been poor in my eyes. But let's hold up. City's got a chance here. Foden gives it to Gundogan. Just inside Liverpool's half here. Comes all the way over to Sterling on this left-hand side. Sterling gives it back to Gundogan. Oh, and it's just such a slow build-up play. Such slow build-up play. These teams should, with the quality they've got on the pitch and the players have got on the pitch, should be cutting up team. I know that they're 2 great sides, but it's like a chess match, if anything. It's just so slow at the moment. Walking pace, really. Here goes Foden in the middle, trying to run through all the Liverpool players, and he mistimes his touch, and now Liverpool intercepts it. And now they're trying to play out from the back, but City are pressuring them really high up. Alisson's going to try and kick it out here. And it goes... Oh, Jones collected it there. Well done to Jones there, controlling it. But City have won it back here on this left-hand side. Now Liverpool have won it back with Thiago. Thiago gives it to Firmino. Firmino trying to get Mane in. Mane just outside the box on this left-hand side. He's got too many players. What's going on here? He's given a free kick. He's given a free kick for Mane just outside the box on his left-hand side. Liverpool with a very, very dangerous free kick late on in this first half. Yep, it's just a free kick. I was just watching the replay. Free kick just outside on this left-hand side of the goal for Liverpool here. Very, very dangerous free kick here. What can they do with it? A brain cycle saying penalty laugh at that. Well, you wouldn't be surprised if they give it, would you? Let's be honest. You would not be surprised. A lot of teams are doing this now, aren't they? You've got Zinchenko has laying on the floor, put his body there. City, you've got 3 players around this. Thiago, Salah and Arnold. Who's going to take it for Liverpool? Referee looks like he's just blown his whistle. Thiago stepping up. He takes a free kick and it comes off someone's head in the wall and it goes out for a corner. Poor free kick, really. Poor free kick. I mean, I know, mate. I keep getting them all mixed up. Sorry, mate. Firmino, that's it. I know, mate. Ricardo saying we will finish 13th. James saying, oh, that corner coming in. Corner comes in for Liverpool. Mane with the header, and he heads it down. It goes straight to Becker. Becker trying to get City on the attack. Sterling running through now. Foden on this left-hand side. and Liverpool got well back there, and they've got the throw in. Amazing scenes yesterday, Spencer. I nearly lost my voice during the game. Yep. What we got? Tony saying Arsenal maniac. Yeah, of course you can. Example: Terry was an inspiration on the channel. In his memory, we will have his picture in the background. Laugh out loud. I don't know what you're talking about there, Tony, and Arsenal maniac. Sorry, I've missed it. But City now trying to come forward. Gunner is going to pick the ball up inside Liverpool's area, but he's had to come out. Gunner on the left now. Gives it Sterling. Ball comes in, and what a poor ball. Jones picks it up for Liverpool. Now Liverpool going to try and break here. They've got a few players forward here. Mane on this left-hand side. Robertson looks like he's going in front of him, but Mane trying to go across field to Salah. Just outside the box on this right-hand side. Gives it back to, it looks like Jones. Jones has given the ball away, and now City have cleared it, but it's only to the halfway line. Henderson back to Fabinho, and they've had to go right the way back to Addison. But Henderson's trying to get Liverpool going again. Robinson on his left-hand side. Well defended there by City, and he's give it away for a throw into Liverpool. Mane takes a quick throw in on this left-hand side. Got 2 minutes of injury time. Last minute of this first half. Fabinho on the halfway line. Wijnaldum. They're just playing about with it now. So if they know it's half time now. Thiago gives it forward to Robinson. Robinson cuts it inside to Mane. He should have played it back straight away. It's just so slow. And there goes the whistle for half time. Liverpool 0, Man City 0. Liverpool had a couple of chances in the game. Mane should have scored with an header, or at least got it on target and went straight over the bar. And Man City with the best chance of the game, got a penalty, and Gundogan hit it miles over the crossbar and landed in James's garden, as he said. Our Everton supporter in the chat. But been a poor first half for me. Been very, very slow. I don't think no team has got out of first gear, to be honest. And it's 0-0. What we got in the chat? Right. Let's see what we've got. Arsenal Maniac saying, let me try that again. Ricardo, you cannot defend the indefensible. Ricardo saying, well, you have to look at the players. Once you cross the white line, it's down to the players. Exactly. I mean, look, like I said, Ricardo, we picked the best 11 yesterday and they didn't work out. So, Tony saying, Terry, I watched yesterday's stream. Core, it's got a bit heated there at the end. Was you a politician in a former life? I know it got a bit heated. It's just, I just don't like it. I mean, my only problem with the Arteta out brigade, or the Emery brigade, shall we say, Tony, is that, as soon as something goes wrong, it's Arteta's fault. I mean, it's Arteta's fault it's just so reactional. Do you know what I mean? So reactional. That's just my opinion. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. And, even when we win, the Arteta out Cole and the Emery Cole always looking for excuses of why, how can Arteta have won that game? How could Arsenal have won that game? Like, the other day when we beat Southampton, the two fullbacks. Oh, they was missing their two fullbacks. So Southampton, was really struggling apparently, without them two fullbacks. So that's why Arsenal won the game. Or, it was only West Brom, or it was, Chelsea just didn't play that game. They was awful. So Arsenal was lucky to, it's always looking for an excuse. Always. Yesterday, like I said, I gave my reasons. I wasn't happy with Arteta, the way he brought the substitution off, the players he brought off. He should never took Lacazette off and left Smith Rowe on, in my eyes. He should never have done that. He should never have put Saka back at left back. Should never have done that. But just because he has done that, what am I supposed to say? Oh, well, Arteta out now. Arteta out now. I mean, I can see it. I can see what he's doing. What about the 7 games before them 2 games? Let's be real. The Wolves game, was turned on its head by a massive, massive injustice in my eyes, and the referee got it wrong. We absolutely smashed Wolves all over the park for 44 minutes, and that game got turned on its head by one decision and a wonder goal. Let's be honest, a wonder goal that no keeper would have saved. The defender and the players should have got there and closed him down. I totally agree, but seven games we went unbeaten for. Everyone weren't shouting about get Arteta out and in, get Arteta out and in, get Arteta out and in. They were just making excuses on why Arteta was winning or why Arsenal was winning. If you support Arsenal, like all these people keep saying, I support Arsenal, not the manager, then when we're winning, surely you've got to be happy. Surely you've got to be happy if you support Arsenal. Because if you're not happy when we win, what's the point? Who are you supporting then? Question there for you. What are you supporting? If you're not happy when we win and looking for excuses on why we won, who are you supporting? Contradiction all the time. Chris Davison, how you doing, mate? I would have rested Smith Rowe, but not blaming anyone. Chris, yeah, I understand. I would have understood that decision if he would have left Smith Rowe out and played Odegaard from the beginning. I would have totally understand that decision. But he went with him, and it didn't work out, did it? Did not work out. Lone Star saying this game may come down to substitutions. Well, something needs to happen, Lone Star, that's for sure. Andy saying it's not just Arteta's fault, it's the players and the club itself. It's just a shambolic mess. Owners who haven't got a clue about football and the history of the club. Yeah, to a certain degree, I do agree with you, Andy. It's been like that for the last 16 years. Like I said, keep going backwards. But I'm hoping and praying that things are starting to turn around now. Things are, not obviously the performances on the pitch ain't at the moment, but in the back room staff, it's all changed. We got rid of all them players. Let's be real, all them players in the January transfer window. Fantastic. How many players we got rid of? Things can't happen automatically straight away. It just can't. So that is what my feeling of it is. Going forward, moving forward, I want us to be so much better, so much more consistent. So going out, winning everything. Which Arsenal fan doesn't want that? But things needed to change. In a big way. Things needed to change. And it started to happen. So what I'm saying is, why not just give him a chance? See what happens to the end of the season, and then give him 10, 12, 13 games next season. If we're lost half of them games, or we're not providing performances with the players that he's got and the new players that will come in, then yes, I'll totally agree. Arteta will not be the man to take us forward. But in a year and, well, by the time that this season's over, in a season and a half, he's won 2 trophies. I know some people will say that the Charity Shield is not a trophy, but he has won 2 trophies. It's fact. He's won 2 trophies. It might be a Charity Shield trophy, it might be a charity trophy, whatever. It's fact. He's won 2 trophies as an unexperienced manager in 6 months. He's done that. In the next 6 months, what has he done? He's got rid of all the deadwood players. All the deadwood players, the players that we didn't want, the players that we could not sell. We had to either cancel their contracts or pay them some money to leave our club. This is what all the shit I'm saying what was left behind. It's not rocket science. Liam is saying, but doesn't the Arteta in-lot blame the players on defeat as their messiah can't do anything wrong? But when Arsenal win, it's all Arteta masterclass when the players credit where the credit is due. Look, listen. At the end of the day, Liam, right? It's about Arsenal, it's about the team, and it's about Arteta. What I'm saying to you is that at the moment, right? Let's be real. How many times when we lose yesterday, I called him out. I called him out on it. There probably are people out there that say that you ain't allowed to do that. Not me. What I'm saying to you is, if when we lose, why all of a sudden, straight away, even Diesel did it yesterday, straight after the game. If you go back and watch it, he said, that's why I want Arteta out. I want him out. He's got to go. He's got to go. It's Arteta's fault. That's what he said straight after the game. Is that the right thing to do just because we lost? Is it right that some Liverpool fans say that straight after Liverpool lose? Of course it's not. Absolutely deluded that any Liverpool fan would want Klopp out just because they've lost a couple of games this season, just because they're not firing on all cylinders, just because they've had loads of injuries. You know what I mean? What a silly excuse. But that's what happens. Tony says, I think whatever way you look at it, the buck stops with the manager. The players always get a buy. You have to question tactics, training, and substitutions. You're right about the ins and outs, though. Look, for me, I've explained myself as far as I'm concerned from the start when we got Arteta in. I was willing to give him at least 2 years to get rid of all the deadwood, get rid of everything that was going on at Arsenal, most of these players. Did I expect him to win 2 trophies in 6 months? Bloody hell, did I expect? Of course I didn't. You know, yes, he is inexperienced. I didn't think that he would get Arsenal playing and the players playing on that pitch to be able to go out and win the FA Cup. And we won against great teams. Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City was it, you know. But like I said, even in them games, you had Arsenal fans making excuses on why we won them games. How can you be making excuses on why we won if you support Arsenal? If you support Arsenal, then surely you should be absolutely ecstatic that we won. You can have reservations. Don't get me wrong on, well, yeah, you know, we won, but maybe this could have happened or that could happen. Why did, you know, things like that. But not make excuses up on why we won. That's just ridiculous. Tommy saying, please read my commentary. Sorry, mate. Tommy, it is up to the players after crossing the line. Then what's the point having a manager then on the line? Well, you need a manager to obviously pick his best team. That's what I'm saying to you. You need a manager, and he's picking them best players, like I keep saying to you. So are we saying then when Klopp picks his team and then players go out and they lose, are we just putting that all on Klopp? Or are you putting it on the players that he's picked to go out there to win that game? Or are you putting it on the opponent team? Maybe they was just outclassed you that day. Why can't that happen, Tommy? Why can't that happen? I don't understand it. Like I said, Tommy, yesterday, everyone in the chat, we had 200 in the chat, me, myself, Diesel, we said that was probably the best 11 that he could put out there yesterday. So what I'm saying to you is, what other manager, if he come in, right, if he put that other 11 out, what you're saying is then, if we had an experienced manager, what, we're going to get 3 points just because he's put that team out there and who he is as a manager? No, it's not. It's not. You just got to give things time sometimes, and not be reactional at things that's going on. Look at the whole picture. David Dundas said, there can be no argument made for bringing Willian on. David, there can be no arguments whatsoever about that. I do not see what on earth he sees in Willian at the moment. I sort of backed him earlier on in the season. I understood why he brought Willian in. Maybe, as you know what I mean, he thought he could rely on him with the Premier League experience that he's got. Obviously, he plays in the Premiership. But at the moment, David, you're totally right. I cannot back Arteta with the Willian situation. I totally agree with you with that. I do not understand why he is getting picked over the likes of Martinelli or anybody else. I don't understand it. I can't answer that question. But I totally agree with you, David. Warren's saying, Terry, you are hilarious. You should be on a comedy show. Well, if they pay me, mate, then hopefully I can go and do it. David, he played a left back at right back. Yes, again, David, I said that. I don't understand why he put Saka at left back at all. I don't understand it. Do not understand why he done that. And I called that as soon as he'd done it yesterday in the game, David. I called it. And I called it when he took Lacazette off. I don't know why he took Lacazette off and didn't bring Smith Rowe off. Open Gaming is saying, what Arteta sees in Willian is the same thing you see in him. What, seeing Arteta? Is that what you're saying? I don't understand it. What are you saying, Open Gaming? Like I said, you know, obviously you wanted Emery in still then. You wanted Emery in still and you still wanted to poodle on. He got fifth. He got fifth place. Wowee. Did we get a trophy for that? What did we get in the Champions League for that? He got us in a final. He absolutely embarrassed us, Oak Gaming. What did you see in him? Maybe what you see in someone like, I don't know. What do you see in Emery? I don't understand it. What did you see that you wanted him to say so much? I don't understand it. I just don't understand why we have to keep comparing all the time. Emery's gone. I'm not going to mention his name no more. No more. He's gone. Thank God he's gone. He might have got us in the fifth place and the thing. That's it. No more. Sammy, sorry, mate. I didn't see it, but I will try and get it up now. Bear with me a second, mate. Oh, yes, sorry. Terry, tell me some criticism about Arteta. Well, what did I just say? I said it yesterday. If you didn't see the stream yesterday, Sammy, then I said it yesterday. He should never have took Lacazette off yesterday. He should have brought Smith Rowe off. I don't understand why he done that. I don't understand why he put Saka back as left back. I can't answer that question because obviously he done that. I don't agree with what he done there. I don't understand why he keeps picking Willian in front of all these other players. I do not understand that from Arteta. But just because he's done them yesterday does not mean that I'm going to turn around and say, oh, I'm Arteta out. The 7 games before that, the Wolves game I'm not counting because that was an injustice. Let's be honest, an injustice. We lost. We haven't got the 3 points. Like I kept getting told, let's move on from that. Let's move on from that. Right? So the 7 games before that, you can see what the pattern of play that he's trying to play, the one-touch football he's trying to play, the attacking football he's trying to play. That's not going to come off in every single game. If it would come off in every single game, then, you know, like City at the moment, City I can't remember the last time they lost City. We would be up there. Unfortunately, we're not at that stage at the moment. We're transitioning. What we got? Arsenal Maniac saying, under Arteta, we are not scoring goals. Something's not right. Well, I don't know if what you want me to say about that, to be honest, Arsenal Maniac. You know, we've had chances. They're just not falling for us at the moment, are they? I mean, you look at that Wolves game. Saka could have had an hat-trick in the first 10 minutes. We're having shots on goal, but we're just not putting them away at the moment. You know, if he would have put them away, we would have been 3-0 up in 10 minutes. I don't know. David saying, do you think we should have done what Man U did and got him help, i.e. some ex-players? I mean, look, personally, I'd like to see Cazorla come in as a coach and help him out. But at the moment, what can we do? I mean, you could obviously argue the case that Tony Adams I'd love to have him there and Bergkamp. But why didn't other managers do that? Why didn't other managers bring them players in well before that? Andy saying, Terry, what's happening with Balogun? He still is, and yes, he is still here, mate. He scored the other day in the under-23s. I don't actually know what is going on at the moment. I don't know if there are any contract talks going on. We've got the game's back underway here, and there's fireworks going off outside the ground. I don't know what that's for, but fireworks are going off in the back of the ground. Sammy, but Terry, it's not just about yesterday's game, but overall, I think the players don't want to play for him no more. He may consider to leave at the end of the season. What makes you say that, Sammy? What? How can you say they don't want to play for us anymore after that first 44 minutes against Wolves 2 games ago? How can you say that? I just don't understand it. How can you say that they don't want to play for him anymore? Again, for me, Sammy, unfortunately, that's an excuse. Just make an excuse just to say I want Arteta out. That was the best 44 minutes I've seen Arsenal play for God knows how long. I couldn't tell you the last time when. Unfortunately, the game was turned, and that can happen. Yeah, I agree with that. The game can turn on a spin of a coin. Unfortunately, it did, and it didn't go our way. But how can you say that the players, are down tools on him after that 44 minutes? I just don't understand. Right. Budakon, how you doing, mate? He's saying Steve Bold is there. Yep. Chris Davison saying Terry, Part A having 3 injuries already this season is very worrying. I don't understand it, Chris. Like I said to you all before, I don't understand it. Tierney, you know what I mean? He's out. He played 4 games and then he's out for 3 or 4 games. Partey looks like the same now. Gabriel come in. He played 3 or 4 games, great games, man of the match games, and then he gets injured and he's out. Saka is, you know what I mean? Sterling inside the box. Foden, shot, great shot. Gunner scores. Good goal from Man City. Liverpool 0, Man City 1. Let's have a look at this replay. Man City have just scored. Gundogan scored for the goal. I think Alisson might have needed to do better here, but is that Robinson, Dan? Looks like he might be injured inside the area. But it's Sterling here. Cuts inside into the penalty area, plays a lovely ball into Foden. Foden takes a shot. Alisson just literally palms it out into his area. All right, let's have a look. No, that's a weak save there for me, Alisson. And he's just palmed it out. Well, no, he hasn't even palmed it out. He's just saved it with his left hand. And could he have done better? I think he could have done a bit better. But City's gone 1-0 up here. Liverpool 0, Man City 1. Just coming up to 50 minutes. Now, Liverpool need to really get back into this game. Now, this game hopefully will open up and be a much better game now. Hopefully. Sorry, what we got here? What else we got? Arsenal Maniac saying, if City win 100% equals titles gone to City. I said that at the beginning of the season, it'd go to City. Arsenal Maniac. Unfortunately for me, I just thought Liverpool stood still in the transfer market. Didn't go out and just get one marquee signing, especially after being winners of the Champions League and the winning the league last season. So really, they should have had money to go out and spend. So let's see. Ricardo saying Mikel was the worst manager in the league. If he's the worst manager in the league, then surely we'd be bottom, Ricardo. At the moment, like everyone keeps saying, he was the 8th. We was the 8th best team in the league. So, is it down? What is it solely down to the players now, and not the manager? It helps in that and picks a team. I don't know. So, if you want to think like that, that's fine, mate. Not a problem. James, poor goalkeeping. I thought that too, mate. Tony saying, as I said, Till, you have to question their training and sports science team. Seems diets aren't right if picking up injuries so easy. Something's not right, Tone, because obviously, it's been like, let's be real, it's been like this for years at Arsenal. Oh, great ball across here for City. Sterling was inside the box on his own, but the ball that come across was too long, and Sterling didn't get it. But City is still on the attack here. Mahrez on this right-hand side. He has to come backwards. Gundogan, he's come back now. And now City had just gone right back to the halfway line. And they're trying to come break here with Foden on this left-hand side. Shevchenko to Gundogan. Gundogan has gone backwards now, but he gets the ball back, and they've gone right back in their own half, really deep now, and right back to the keeper. David saying, good City goal, simple striking goal. Exactly. Steve saying, might have took 15 minutes for a goal, certainly better than having no goals at all. Yep, I totally agree with that and all. Warren, if all the teams below us win their games in hand on us, we will be 14th, another Arteta masterclass. Warren, so that I take it then, like what you're saying, that all them teams below us that have got games in hand, that's an automatic 3 points, is it? Because what if they don't? Where would we be then? Like I said, look at both sides of the coin. We can always look at the negatives. Of course we can. But what if they don't? What if they don't win it? Then what? Steve saying, how do you think Chelsea will do tonight? Who have they got again? Let's have a quick look. Chelsea have got Sheffield United away. So, Sheffield United away. I think Chelsea will win. I think they'll win 1 or 2-0, to be honest. What about you, Steve? Ricardo said, and what if we don't win the next 4 games? We'd be in big trouble, wouldn't we? If all the other teams underneath us win and all, we'd be in big trouble. But what if we did? What if we did win our next 4 games, Ricardo? What if we won our next 4 games? Let me ask you the next. Put that back to you. I've just answered you, so let me have a look at the table. All right. Never going to happen. Don't get me wrong. Never going to happen. But if we won our next 4 games, that'd be 12 points. All right. So we'd be on 43 points at the moment. That's where Leicester are, 3rd. So then what, Ricardo? What happens then? What excuses would you be coming out and trying to find then? Oh, he's the 4th worst manager in the world. Arsenal's the 4th worst team in the world. Oh, if all the teams below us win their game in hand, well, we go down to 18th. What then, Ricardo? That's what I'm saying. Why can't you look at both sides of the story? Right, let's have a look. Tony, if you think about it, it started from the Wenger days till it changed their diets. Arsenal haven't been right since. You could look at that, Tone. You could, mate. You could say that. But if you look at it, Tone and all, most of the players that we got rid of in the summer were all Wenger players mainly, if I'm rightly. So we got rid of that Wenger cult, if you know what I mean. Them players that still got that mentality in them. Now, hopefully, moving forward, we can start, being a different Arsenal. But you don't know. Warren saying, if he was the 8th best manager in the league, we would be 8th, but we aren't. We are in danger of being 14th. Like I just said, Warren. But what if we ain't? What if we do win our next few games and we go up? And then what? What excuses are fans going to come out with then? I thought we supported Arsenal and not Arteta. Surely we should be positive and not negative, shouldn't we? Our injury staffs seriously need looking at over the years. We ain't had so many injuries. Andy, and to be fair to all the managers that over the few years, we seem to be buying players that are always, not always injured, because like people said, Partey didn't get an injury apparently at Atletico Madrid. So it's got to be something just to do at Arsenal then. What we got? Warren said, no, I said, if not, yes, it will definitely happen. But I'm asking you a question, Warren. What if we won our last 4 games? What then? What excuses would you come out with then, Warren? Why would we be winning them 4 games and be up the table? What excuses then? I'm just interested to know your opinion. Obviously, you want to know my opinion. Let me hear your opinion. What if we won our last 4 games? What excuses would people be coming out with then? C. Finnegan saying, are you happy being a mid-team table then? Why would I be happy? Why would I be happy? Obviously, I want us up there challenging again. But like I said, once Arteta come in, I know that there's a transition that's going to happen here. A transition. We need to get rid of these players because let's be real, right? Let's be real. If we didn't have a transition and we didn't get rid of these players, we would be mid-table, a mid-table team or even lower, in my eyes, because we're slowly been going backwards. You can see that even under Emery in his last season, he got us to 5th, but that last season we was playing really bad. I'm not saying that's his fault. I'm just saying we was playing really bad. We was in the relegation zone at times. He got us up to 8th when he got sacked. He was on a bad run. Arteta at the moment is sort of half doing look, I thought we would do a lot better in my own thing. I thought we would have been doing a bit better than what we are doing at the moment. I did not expect to lose 10 games, but it's happened. But if you look at the whole picture, half of the players that I wanted gone have gone in January. So we're moving forward as a club. As a club, we're moving forward. It's not transitioned onto the pitch as just yet. Hopefully, I'm hoping it will do. By the end of this season, we've got money to play with because we're saved £700,000 a week on players' wages. We should be able to go out and get at least 3, 4, 5 players, and not massive signings, players that we actually need. Players that we need that will do a great job for us and move us forward. What else we got in? Dario saying, wake up, Terry. Wake up from what, Dario? Wake up from what? What do you want me to wake up from, mate? I know you're a big Arteta fan out, but like I keep saying, what? And you just said here again, if you won your last 4, you would still be average, for Christ's sakes. Why would we be average, Dario? Why would we be average? Let me know. Chris is saying, I don't care who the manager of the results. I don't care who's the manager of the results ain't up to the standard that then I will criticise. Well, exactly, Chris. Criticism, not a problem. 2 seasons, what transition? Sammy's put. Have we had 2 seasons? We've had 1 whole season at the moment and half a season. That half a season, Sammy, he won 2 trophies. He won 2 trophies in half a season as an unexperienced manager, as I keep saying. But no one seems to pick up on that. DH, how you doing, DH? Hope you're well. Saying, give it a rest, lad. Stop having a go at Terry for sporting the manager. Arteta is still learning on a job. It's not a problem, DH. I love the banter, mate. It's just, we're just having a, you know what I mean, a debate and God knows what. I mean, let's be real. This game has been a bit boring anyway, to be honest. Mane is on the ball. Oh, no, to give it away. So, look, for me, I just don't understand it. Why don't they give some concrete evidence or facts or truth in why they want Arteta out instead of just saying Arteta out? Arteta out. Like I said, 6 months as an unexperienced manager, he's come in and he got them players playing. Them players weren't playing before. Wasn't playing before. Them players were inconsistent and only play for the big games. We've got rid of half of them. We're moving forward. Even if Arteta is not the right manager, right, and we do sack him, as a club, we're moving forward because we've got rid of all them deadwood players out. We've got rid of that winger Colt out. Right? So whoever the manager that comes in next has got a lot better to deal with than the situation that Arteta coming with and even Emery coming with. So, you know what I mean? We're moving forward as a club, but we can't do it all at once. Lone Star said, Tell, remind me of the adult in the chat room full of kids explaining the rules and the kids are rebelling by waving their arms. And Thanks, Lone Star. David's saying, this is what happens when you get a training manager in. Again, a training manager. Right, so I didn't want to bring it up again, like I said. Oh, another super chat. Sorry. Did I miss that one again? Sammy, he said, Tell, will you buy red headphones and a woolly hat? What, just because I support Arteta and my club, Arsenal, I'm backing my manager, the manager that I wanted to come in. This is what I don't think people understand. I wanted Arteta in. As soon as I wanted Emery sat after that final. I don't think people realise. I said I wanted Arteta in. Salah's inside the box. Has he been pulled down there? Has he been pulled down? The referee has given another penalty and a yellow card. He's given a penalty to Liverpool here. Salah, let's just see the replay. Salah comes through. And he's been pulled slightly on the arm. Let's be real. It's not the massive pull in the world. I don't even think it's a pull. He's just touched his arm. He's touched his arm there, and Salah's flew himself on the floor, and he's got a penalty from it. If I'm being real, I don't really see that as a penalty because I think it's very, very weak. He's just touched his arm. If you actually look at the video, he's not even pulled his arm. He's just literally put his hand on his arm there, touched him, and Salah's gone down like he's dived. Very overreactional. It's not a penalty in my eyes, but they've got it. Liverpool, Salah taking it at the penalty, straight down the middle of the goal, basically, and it's 1-1. Liverpool 1, Man City 1. 63 minutes on, game on. The game is back on. Steve, Salah's not a cheat. Sorry, Ricardo, he's not a cheat because that's the letter of the law. That's the letter of the law, like I keep getting told. He's made contact with the player inside the box, so it's a penalty. That's what everyone kept saying the other day with the David Luiz one. He's made contact with the player in the box, which he knows he shouldn't do. It's the letter of the law, so unfortunately, that is a penalty. I don't think that. That's what I was getting shouted at and told the other day. It's the letter of the law. Like I keep saying, that is what we've got VAR for. VAR should be able to look at that, pick it up. There should be the referees at Stokely Park. Well, not even referees. It should be bloody ex-players looking at that, saying, look, come on. That's a bloody dive, because it is a dive. He hasn't even touched him or pulled him down, really. It's a dive. Salah should be booked, and it should be a free kick to Man City. Let's be real. But, like I kept told the other day, it's the letter of the law, and that's what the rules are in the book. So that's what we've got to play to, apparently. This is why I am now saying that if we're not going to use VAR properly, we might as well get rid of it, because there's no point in VAR whatsoever. Let's see what a load of you are saying in the chat. Salah overreacting, for fuck's sake. You're totally right there, Tony. Steve says that needs to go to VAR. Brain sample dive. Omar saying it's a penalty. Steve saying VAR is a joke. Ricardo saying Salah's the cheat. Brain sample saying dive. David saying great acting from Salah. James is saying no shot. Are we shot? Not now, we're not, David. James, sorry. We're not shocked anymore because apparently VAR ain't there to get the correct decision. As Peter Walton, an ex-referee that BT Sport get on as their referee person to talk about these decisions, said that VAR ain't there to get the right decision. What an absolute muppet, honestly. Arsenal Maniac saying that was no pen. It just fell to the ground. It's ridiculous. He just fell. Jordan saying Salah is a cheat, Terry. Well, like I said, you know, Pepsi Pack, show me the evidence. Jordan saying the Rees run at the back of the player, Terry. It's not the same. Jordan, don't be so silly, mate. Don't be so silly. Like I keep saying, all of the ex-players, ex-football players that have played the game, been out there on the pitch, have all come out on Twitter, was on Match of the Day, was on Sky Sports saying, you know what I mean? It wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a red card. I don't think it was a penalty. He cannot get out of the way. All of them are saying it. They said that the same about Sukic last night. And now today's Salah. It's all going to be about the referee and the bloody VAR again. It's all the same. Yes, the rules are there in the book, but surely you can be your own person, not a robot, and have common sense. Look at it on the screen. Why didn't he go and look at that David Luiz one and look at himself? Why, Jordan? Why couldn't he make up his own mind and interpreted it in his own way? Like I said, if you do something wrong and you have to go to court, you go up to a judge, he's got the rule book there in front of him, he knows the laws, but he can use his discretion. He can use his compassion. He can use his common sense. And in most cases, like even Diesel said the other day, You go up again and they say, because you've been a good boy, you haven't been in trouble with the law, blah, blah, blah. We're going to give you a lenient sentence, or we're going to give you community service and not go to prison. You can use your own brain. Why don't people think, get that? I don't understand. Oh, it's just so annoying, honestly. I'm so sorry. I can't pronounce your first name, and I'm really sorry. I've got dyslexia, so I'm not going to even try and pronounce it. I'm just going to say Barman, if you don't mind. I hope you don't get offended. I hope he gets sacked. I don't know who you're talking about. Arteta, are you talking about, mate? I know everything about Arsenal and love. Super spurious fools not exist. Steve saying it's a referee's job to look at it. I don't understand it, Steve. I do not understand it. Why he can't just go over and look at the screen? Surely that's what the screens are there for. Come on now. It's getting ridiculous that all these decisions are going against them. Sterling, ball comes in the box. Mahrez. Oh, why did Silva take that shot? He should have left it to Mahrez. He took a shot from just outside the box and it's gone wide of the post. It's still Liverpool 1, Man City 1 here. 68 minutes gone. Sterling there with a lucky break here. Crosses the ball into the box. Liverpool didn't deal with it. It comes outside of the box. And Silva hits it with his left foot, but it goes well wide of the post. Tark is saying, you complain about refs. Now you have VAR. Pick your poison and live with it. What do you mean by that? I don't get what you mean. We complained about the refs, yeah, because they wasn't getting the decisions right. The reason why I wanted VAR in is for this exact reason. I don't understand why some people don't realise that. So that they can look at the screen and then you can get the decision right. We can clearly see that Salah dived there. So why haven't they given that with VAR? Don't forget, VAR is a computer. The computer doesn't answer. VAR doesn't say, oh, no, that's not a penalty, or that should be a yellow card or it's a red card. There's people behind that. VAR, all that means is let's look at the screen, basically. A replay of the football. What's going on the pitch? Barman saying, referees don't care. They are overprotected anyway. Exactly what I said at the beginning of the show, mate. Why on earth are these referees are so overprotective in our game, in the English game? Why? I don't understand it. Man City have got a free kick here on this left-hand side, right by the throwing line, just about 30 yards out. Godongan's going to take it. He's going to cross the ball into the middle here. Let's see what happens here. Oh, no, he's gone back. Foden plays the ball into the middle. Oh, my God, goal! But I think it might be offside. Stones is offside there. Stones is asking them to check it. It looked like Liverpool were playing the offside trap. Let's have a look. Stones. Yeah, John Stones, unfortunately, he will be given offside here. Well, no, not unfortunately. He is offside. His leg and his arm's offside. Oh, no, I was looking at the wrong player. I thought that was Stones in front of him. I didn't see the one at the back. Why they show us again? What is the matter with these TV bloody replays lately? Well, all I can say is I suggest that that's got to be offside because they ain't showing it again. Palace Fanatic is saying VAR is corrupt. Warren said, Terry, just because someone has played the game doesn't mean they know anything about the game. I'm not saying that, Warren. But what I'm saying is that obviously you will get, I think, a better decision because the referees that are doing it now, let's be real, we're not getting the right ones. All the ex-players are all in the same as the fans. The fans, if anyone didn't see it, right, who was the last game yesterday? I think it was the last game. It was when Redknapp was on. Jane Redknapp. And he said it right. He said the most important things about football were the fans, right? And at the moment, they're getting it wrong for the fans out there that want to watch the game. It's ruining in football at the moment, right? And they need This is in his own words. Like Rio Ferdinand, like everyone else is saying, they need to sort out the rules and change the rules. Make it so much clearer so that then fans understand what the rule is. It's clear cut then. Same with the offside, same with yellow cards and the red card. They need to start changing the rules and, get, making it, oh my God, Alisson got away with that. He was mucking about with the ball in his own goal area and he's give it away. But no, Liverpool got it. I thought Sterling was going to go through there. And Alisson again has given the ball away. He's give it to Foden. Foden inside, gone through. He's inside the box, played it across. Gunner scores! Oh my God, that is too bad. Bad mistakes there from Alisson. He's put his team in trouble. And now Gundogan has put Man City up. Liverpool 1, Man City 2, 73 minutes gone. At the moment, for someone that doesn't know about football and deluded, that called this score 2-1, has got the score right at the moment, isn't it, eh? Amazing. But Alisson here, what on earth is he doing? He's mucking about in his own goal area. He puts his own player in trouble. And Henderson kicks it up. No, Fabinho kicks it upfield. It comes back. He gives it back to Alisson. He kicks it out of goal, but kicks it straight to Foden. Foden does fantastic well in the box. Go past 2 Liverpool players. Just plays it in the middle of the goal. And Gundogan's there unmarked. Little tap in. 2-1 Man City. 73 minutes gone. Alisson. Bad. Terrible. Terrible what he's done there, and he knows it. Brain sample saying calamity goalkeeping. Definitely, mate. Definitely. Arsenal Maniac saying, I can't spell his name. He missed a penalty and then scored 2 goals. Gundogan, yeah. Steve saying, if Burnley and Brighton can beat Liverpool away, so can City. Well, so that'd be 3 games. I mean, what should we say about Klopp then? In some people's eyes, what I mean? They're going to be coming out in their droves after this again about, Klopp and losing again at home. I don't know. Jordan Brown said, I'm looking like a football ficko, Terry. I said 4-1 and City has been robbed of a goal. Arsenal Maniac saying City fully deserve to be ahead. Liverpool are just not up to it this season. Obviously, they've had a few injuries. Do you know what I mean? It's no excuses because a club that have won the Champions League 2 seasons ago, a club that won the Premier League last season, should have the funds and the money there to go out and buy players. They should do. And they should be able to get any player that they want. Things that some Arsenal fans are crying out for. That's why they want us to be back in the Champions League so badly, even if we get embarrassed, even if we can't compete, just so that we can get the money and we can get the big players in. So why didn't Liverpool do that? That's what I don't understand. That's what I said at the beginning of the season, why I didn't think Liverpool would win the league this year. Ricardo said, Terry, I played a game at university level and it's easy to hide behind the manager and coach. Of course it is, mate. I totally agree with that. Listen, at the end of the day, of course it all falls on the manager's head. Oh, no, Alisson, just give it away again. Man City in the box. Oh, my God. Sterling. Oh, my God. What is he doing, Alisson? Oh, my days. Oh, my days. What is he doing? He had the ball at his feet and he just tried to chip it over Gundogan and give it to his player. And he just played it to Gundogan in his own area. And now Gundogan inside the penalty area chips it over Alisson. Sterling in the box on his own has headed it in. Oh, my God. What is he doing? Let's have another look at this. Alisson's trying to play it out to 2 players that are being marked. They're being marked. What is he doing? He ain't even being pressured, Alisson. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I know he's only just come back from injury because he didn't play in the last game, or I think he was injured. Any Liverpool fans out there, let me know. I mean, did he have concussion or what? Because them 2 mistakes he's just made have been absolute terrible, terrible decisions. My goodness. Oh, I can't believe what he's done. Honestly, I can't believe them 2 mistakes he's just done in what? in a space of 2-3 minutes of each other. He's just gifted Manchester City 3 points. But, I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Alisson has been absolutely immense for Liverpool over these last 3 seasons. But today has just not been his day, obviously. And it's just been terrible decision making. And now Liverpool are trying to go through him, aren't they? But Edison has come out and he's collected the ball and just going to slow it down. Brain Sample is saying Klopp is furious. Lone Star said Alisson, the Liverpool self-destruct button. Pepsi Pack is saying we need to swap deal with Alisson and Leno. Listen, they're both in the same category, aren't they? This week, unfortunately, with what Leno done and what Alisson's done twice on the pitch in successful minutes. I ain't got a clue. Spencer Davis said this playing out from the back can lead to costly mistakes. Good old AV and oof it sometimes needed. Laugh out loud. I totally agree with that. Tony, Mr. Flanagan, he sure is dealing with the flack as usual. Laugh out loud. Who's that? Let's see what you were saying. I can't see it. Mr. Flanagan saying Alisson has become Liverpool's David Luiz. He has today, mate. Exactly. Dobby has put Liverpool is 1 league in total behind Man United. Yep, they are. Chris Davis is saying Arsenal are better than Liverpool playing out from the back. that's a bloody not. Don't know. Well, today you could say, but at the moment, bloody hell. I mean, what on earth they're doing? He tried to play it to 2 players that are marked. Just play it downfield, even if it goes out. Just don't understand what he was doing. But Steve saying this will give Man City confidence, but can't relax on this game yet. Teams seem to relax when they score. Best time to relax is full-time whistle. Exactly, Steve. But I mean, this is what's that now? That puts City how many points in front now? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. City now are 5 points clear of Man United with a game in hand. Wow. And they're pulling away now slightly, aren't they? They haven't lost a game. I can't. Can someone tell me when the last game they lost? How long ago was that? Because I can't think off the top of my head. But they're 5 points clear of Man United and 8 points clear, 7 points clear of Leicester in third, and 10 points clear now of Liverpool in 4th place with a game in hand. They're pulling away, definitely pulling away now, City. Arsenal Maniac saying, Terry, you should be on Question Time and all other debate programs. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Steve saying, Man City 5 points ahead. Yeah, I just looked at that. Thanks, mate. Chris is saying, Liverpool to the title. Goodbye, my lover. Good, good, my friend. Omar saying, Spurs away. Who's that? Who's got Spurs away? Oh, what, the last game that they lost? When was that, Omar? How long ago was that? November. Wow. Wow. So, I mean, the run that they're on is fantastic at the moment. So, and unfortunately, we've got them in a couple of games' time, haven't we? So, God knows. Peter West, thank you, mate. 5 points is nothing. It's nothing, but it's a game in hand still, mate. So, you know, a lot of people say that if all them game in hands that people got underneath us, you know what I mean? We go down to 14th. So that game in hand must mean that City's going to win it. And so there'll be 8 points clear. Mr. Flanagan saying this is City's title this year. Biggest squad to deal with the game and quality all over the team. I totally agree with that, Mr. Flanagan. And that's why I called it. Called City. Spencer saying, listening to Terry while I was having a good game of darts. Proper Sunday. Oh, excellent, mate. I hope you're having a couple of drinks with it and all, mate. Unfortunately, I can't have a drink. I've got to work tonight. So, and it's snowing everywhere. So I've got my shovel ready. Got my salt and sand ready just in case I get stuck out there. I'm going to have my thermals on. Already been texted by our work to make sure we've got extra blankets and extra food and drink just in case we get stuck. But, you know, let's see what happens. But City have got a chance here. Ball comes out on this right-hand side. Foden inside the box, shoots. Oh my God, what a goal with his left foot. What a goal. What a great goal by Foden. Ricardo, did you say 4-1, mate? Did you say 4-1 City? Well done, mate. What a goal by Foden. On this left-hand side, he cuts in into the box and he just hits it with his left foot and it just goes above. I think Alisson just puts his hand there, but there's no stopping that. And it goes into the roof of the net. Let's have another look. Great ball from Jesus here. Jesus plays it out to Foden. He cuts into the box and he just hits it. And all Alisson can do, let's see. He bends down here. He bends down. If he just stands up. For me, I think he should be doing better. I'm going to call it. I think he should be doing better there. It goes basically through his hands there. It goes through his hands. I think Alisson should have done better with that. But look, take nothing away from Foden. That was a fantastic goal. And now Liverpool trying to break attack here. Arnold trying to go through. And unfortunately, he mistimes his pass. Oh, Alexandre there. Edison. I think he got the ball and then Arnold, obviously frustration there, went to kick it out of his hands. Oh yeah, that's bad. He knows what he's doing there, Arnold. He knows what he's doing. It's all frustration. Don't get me wrong, but he should never be doing that. He could cause an injury, and then he gives him a little barge. Arnold, no, for me, he should be booked for that. He should be booked. What we got here? Mr. Flanagan is saying, I think what Liverpool are showing is that without the players, it doesn't matter about the tactics or manager. Still not totally defending Arteta, bringing Willian, though. What a great statement, Flanagan. What a great statement. An experienced manager picking the best 11 he thinks to go out there and do what he, win on the pitch. He's got players that he's picked for ages, like Salah, Mane, Firmino, Wijnaldum, Henderson. He's picked Robinson, Arnold. Great players. But unfortunately, let's be real here. Man City have not been the best team, by miles or by any shadow of the doubt. Liverpool have had their chances, but they just haven't done it. You're right, Mr. Flanagan. You're right. It just shows you that sometimes the tactics and the manager, you just can't get right. Well done. But I agree with you and all. Brilliant, Willian. We can't back him for that. No backing whatsoever. Ricardo says, ironically, Terry, I play central midfielder, just like our manager used to. Steve has said, he has been fantastic live watch-along and game. Oh, thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate that, mate. Lee Flanagan says, you forgot Van Dijk. No. Obviously, he's injured. Is he on the bench? He ain't on the bench, is he? No, he's still out injured, isn't he? So he can't. What I'm saying is he's picked the 11, his best 11 to go out there and do a job today. So what are we saying? Is that Klopp's fault today, then? You let me know in the chat. Is this all Klopp's fault today that Liverpool have been smashed now 4-1? Because let's be real, we wouldn't say the scoreline reflects the game. Man City have been good, but 4-1, I mean, that's two bad mistakes from Addison that's gifted Man City 2 goals. And even their fourth one, Man City, I think he should have done better. So is it all Klopp's fault today? Let me know, please. Seamus, how you doing, mate? Sorry about the scoreline for you, mate. He's saying getting fourth is a struggle for us now. What do you think, Seamus? Let me ask you. Obviously, you're a Liverpool fan. Is it all Klopp's fault today? Did he pick the wrong team today? Or is that the best 11 do you think he could have picked today? Would you have changed it up? Would you have played different players? Has he got the wrong tactics today? Let's get an outsider's point of view from the Arsenal aspect, because obviously when Arsenal lose, it's all on Arteta. So is it all on Klopp today, Shameless? Let me know, mate. Lone Star said Klopp cannot legislate for 2 inexplicable daft Alisson errors. Lone Star, you're exactly right. And what happened yesterday? Cedric made a daft error. It was his error that, unfortunately, the only goal in the game lost us 3 points. Chris is saying Klopp brings in 2 centre-backs, but don't play them because he's worried about City. Well, Arsenal, Alisson, Evan and Mayer, but City were too good anyway. Patrick says, I love the fact you can take the banter, top bloke. Thank you very much, Patrick. No problem, mate. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, mate, is I don't take anything personally. I hope you don't take anything personally. Look, like I've said, you know what I mean? I am Arteta in. I wanted Arteta from the start. And, you know what I mean? That is why I back my manager at the moment. At the moment, like I said, I've gave him until next season. Once we got rid of the deadwood and we get new players in, that will be his team then. If he doesn't turn things around, then I will turn around and say, well, look, I don't think you'll take us any further. But until then, I will not change unless something drastic really happens. Steve said, if Diesel was here, it would have been good, especially for this game, but he's busy. It's fine, but I'm sure he would have enjoyed this game. Yeah, he would have done, mate. He definitely does. Again, you know, the banter and everything that we have with the reviews in the chat, we all love yous, mate. We all love yous, and thank you. Can't thank yous enough for being with us all the time. Steve, it's players' fault, not Klopp. On Football Terrace, some fans want Klopp out. Steve, you got to laugh, mate. You got to laugh. You know what I mean? So what we saying now? Do you know what I mean? A manager in 2.5 seasons that's won you a Champions League and a league trophy, just because he's having quite a, you know, not a great season and he's had loads of injuries, we need to sack him now. I mean, what is this game coming to? What, you know, how on earth are teams like bloody Brighton and Wolves and Fulham and all that? I mean, how are they going to cope now if we're just going to, you know what I mean, sack managers all the time because, you know what I mean, they don't win? Or I just don't understand it. You know, don't look at the situation. It's ridiculous, honestly. Absolute ridiculous. Seamus is saying, sign 2 defenders and still playing Anderson in the centre-back. So would you have played them today, Seamus? Let me know, mate. So are you saying it's Klopp's fault then? Just out of curiosity. Are you putting this loss on Klopp, mate? Nothing against you or anything like that. I just want to know, see what you say, mate. Chris said, City are class, but City should put their new centre-back in and put Anderson back in midfield. I think he means Liverpool, Chris, yeah. City have been class, but Liverpool should have put their new centre-backs in. Yeah, I think you're right, mate. Flanagan said, good point, Lone Star, but some Arsenal fans blame Arteta for Cedric's short pass. There you go. Again, Mr. Flanagan. Another fantastic comment. Steve said, you should say, oh, let me say it again. You could say same last year, City were miles behind Liverpool. Yep. Warren saying, getting the top half is a struggle for us, never mind top 4. So what you saying, Warren? Again, another one for you, Warren. If Klopp don't get top 4 after, you know, winning the Champions League in the league, should he be sacked, Warren? Should he be sacked? Because he, you know, they should be in the Champions League, Liverpool. Let me know. It's just a question. What else we got? Oh, sorry, it's jumped. Where's it? See Leon Spinks, a great boxer, passed away. Yes, David, you're right. Rest in peace to him. He passed away. I think he was he in his late sixties? I think he was. Yeah, so rest in peace to Leon Spinks. Barman saying, yeah, look at Arsenal fans like Terry. They support Arteta just because he won FA Cup and a Community Shield. They don't care about the position in the Premier League. Barman, what do you mean I support Arteta because he won the FA Cup and Community Shield? I support him because I wanted him in. I wanted Emery gone after that final we got embarrassed at. I wanted him in. That unexperienced manager won 2 trophies, like you just said, in his first 6 months. An unexperienced manager. How can he do that? When you had experienced managers in the FA Cup like Klopp, like Pep, like Mourinho, like Carlo Ancelotti. I mean, they should have had the tactics and the performances from their players going out there to win that. So how did Arteta and Arsenal, with the tactics that he had, win it? You tell me. I'm backing this manager because I wanted him, Barman. I wanted him. And I still think he will do a good job for us. If he doesn't, I will hold my hands up. Just because we haven't been that great this season at the moment doesn't mean I'm going to turn on the manager that I wanted. Because even when he first came in, Barman, I said it will take quite a few windows and a long time for this transition to happen. I don't understand. Sammy with another super chat. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. If Klopp gets sacks, then Arteta should also laugh. I can't disagree with that, Sammy. How can I disagree with that? How can you sack a manager that's just won the Champions League and the Premier League and then not sack a manager? Even though I want Arteta, I think he will do a good job still. But if Klopp come available, obviously I'd love to have Klopp. Mr. Flanagan saying, yeah, I agree with you about those channels. Ricardo used to watch League Gunner, but he's just, well, that's down to you, Mr. Flanagan. But the game's just ended. The game has just ended. It's Liverpool 1, Manchester City 4. Let's be real. 2 big, massive mistakes by Alisson that gifted Man City 2 goals. And really, the Man City's 4th, I think he could have done better. He should have done a lot better. Even walking off, you can see the dejection in his eyes. He knows it's all down to him. Because really, you take them 3 goals away, that's 1-1. So, but to be fair, would it have been 1-1? Because Salah's penalty shouldn't have been a penalty. He dived. But in the letter of the law, I keep getting told, the letter of the law and the rules of the books are that he was touched inside the box. You're not allowed to do that anymore. Bang. So that's it. It's a stonewall penalty in some people's eyes because literally someone touched his elbow. It's a penalty. So what can I say? But it didn't matter in the end. Liverpool 1, Man City 4. Let's have a look at the table. We all know that Man City now are 5 points clear with a game in hand over anyone else. They're on 50 points after 22 games. Man United in second, 23 games, 45 points. Leicester, 23 games, 43 points. Liverpool now in 4th place, 23 games, 40 points. West Ham, 23 games, 39 points. And look at this, because a lot of people today have been saying if people below us win their games, obviously that's an automatically 3 points. So if that's an automatically 3 points, Everton, James, listen to this, James, our Everton man in the chat. You've got 2 games in hand over Liverpool. So that's an automatic 6 points. You will go 1 point ahead of Liverpool into 4th place, mate. You're on 37 points. No, sorry, what am I talking about? You're on 37 points. You go on 40 if you win your next game. And then 43 points. You go 3 points in front of Liverpool. Because like I said, people automatically put game in hands as 3 points. But they're the only team that can overtake Liverpool at the moment with their game in hands. So Everton's the only people. And then you've got Tottenham in 7th, 22 games, 36. Chelsea in 8th, 22, 36. Villa, 21, still got 2 games in hand. So they can go on 41 points with their games in hand. They can go up. They can go above Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool. Villa can go above Liverpool if they win their 2 games in hand because that's an automatic 3 points, like people's been saying. And then obviously Arsenal are on 31 at the moment on 23 games. So there you go. Liverpool 1, Man City 4. What can you say? Man City were better on the day. Was they much better? I don't think they was much better. I just think Liverpool were very poor. That's no excuse why City won. Alisson made 2 fundamental mistakes. And you could even say, really, he could have saved the 4th goal for Man City, for Liverpool. He could have saved it. And Salah should never have been a penalty either. So it should have been really, take away all of that, it would have only been 1-0. But, it's happened. Man City 1-4-1. They deserve it. And now they go 5 points clear. I'm going to read out a few of your comments for another 5 minutes. And then I'm going to call it a day, guys, because I'm going to go and have my Sunday roast and then get some fuel in my body before I have to attempt to go outside in that cold, snowy weather. So let's have a look what we've got. Warren saying, yes, Terry, what are you talking about? Do you know? Yes, what? What was we talking about? I don't know, Warren. Gunner 10 saying, City have Arsenal next, who they will smash easily, and they will be 13 points ahead of Liverpool. Listen, Gunner 10, that's your opinion, mate. I can't argue that. That's what you think. I'm hoping that obviously they don't. I'm still gonna hope that we have Tierney back by then, because we are missing Tierney, and you never know. You know what I mean? You never know, mate. But Seamus is saying Liverpool will struggle to get fourth. Yep, you said that, mate. Jake is saying Klopp has to go. Klopp, Jake is a Liverpool fan. Jake, I don't know if that is sarcasm or not. Just let me know if you are being sarcastic or you're being real. Because if you're being real, then I would sack Arteta tomorrow and get Klopp in. But if you are being sarcastic, I understand why you are. So let me know, mate. Ricardo saying all the kids that oh no, come on, let's leave that now, Ricardo. David saying Everton FC old Arsenal owner having a laugh with 3 games in hand. Yep. Lee saying we have probably lost at least 10 points due to individual errors by pretty much the same players. We could not get all the deadwood out yet, so give Arteta time to get his own players. Mr. Flanagan, another fantastic comment. You're going to be my man on the match today, Mr. Flanagan, in the comments. I'm sorry to say to everyone else, but you are my man on the match because the comments that you have come out with is common sense. It's common sense. And, you know, with common sense, and if you understand what we actually say, Mr. Flanagan, then we can have a proper debate instead of being very, very reactional. Chris Davison saying Liverpool could struggle to get top 4. Yep. Ricardo saying good thing is, oh, come on, Ricardo, come on, boy. Sorry. Arsenal Maniac saying Klopp needs a new challenge. Needs to go to Arsenal Club. Listen, let's be real. We would all love him. Jake is back in the chat. I don't know if it's Klopp. Thanks for the memories, but it's time to say goodbye. Jake, come on. Are you really saying that? Yeah, no, here he is, Jake. I'm not joking, Terry. The way we're falling apart is a disgrace right from the Amorim Villa. I wanted Klopp gone since we lost to Southampton. Wow. Well, Jake, look, you know, that's your own opinion, mate. I can't understand, you know, when you look at from an outside point of view. Look, you watch Liverpool more than I do, so you've got, you know what I mean. Your point is valid. You watch every minute because obviously you're a Liverpool fan. You see things different to where I see them. I know I do a lot of watchalongs with Liverpool on and that, but I don't see every minute like you do, mate. So you've got a better judgment of that. But looking from an outside opinion, mate, you've had a lot of injuries. I can't answer why Klopp didn't play the 2 defenders that he brought in. Is that suggesting then, Jake? And sorry, guys, I don't know what happened there. But are you suggesting then, Jake and Jake and who is it? Seamus, sorry. Are you saying then? Oh, I forgot what I was saying now because I've bloody gone off. I've lost my train of thought. Sorry, Jake. I was going to ask you a question. Let me. I can't think what I was going to say. Sorry, Jake. Warren is saying, Terry, recently on the watchalongs for the MMA fight, you said that a particular fighter wouldn't win because he didn't have the experience. So how does this relate to your position on Arteta? Warren, it's a totally different sport, mate. You can't go by that whatsoever. Someone can get one lucky punch in, and that's it. You're down and out. One lucky knee to the temple, you're down and out. You know, you could fall on the floor by accident as both fighters, and someone can get your arm in an arm lock, or you can get in an headlock by one little mistake. It's a totally different game and sport what you're talking about there, Warren, unfortunately, mate. So you can't compare the two. Patrick, please admit my guy Wenger is the best Arsenal manager ever. Patrick, unfortunately, mate, You look, he was fantastic for 10 years. For 10 years. And the worst thing about Wenger for me, Patrick, was he should have been so much bigger and better. So much bigger and better. But he unfortunately, after that unbeaten season, he didn't. He went backwards, mate. He went backwards. Then first 10 years, yes, I love it. I loved him. But unfortunately, he went backwards. I'm sorry, mate. You know, you can't do that as a manager. Chris Davidson saying MMA, anyone can beat anybody. Exactly. Patrick saying Arteta won a lucky FA Cup. Like I said, excuses again. Excuses, Patrick, but that's your excuse. It's not a problem, mate. Warren saying, I love you, Terry. It's hilarious. No problem, Warren. Keep it up, mate. Keep it up. Ricardo said, I think Arteta should go to Everton. Give it Everton way, win or draw. It doesn't matter how we win. Don't try to play beautiful football each game. Your opinion again, Ricardo. James, how you doing, mate? He said, I didn't get why Klopp didn't play the two new centre-backs. Yeah, I don't get it either, mate. I don't get... Oh, that's what I was going to say to Seamus and Jake. That's what I was going to say. So does that suggest, Jake and Seamus, does that suggest that he didn't really want these players? Are there, you know what I mean? Are the backroom staff actually picking these players? Is that what it's suggesting? Is that why Klopp didn't play them? Listen, it's just a question. It's just a, you know, I'm not saying that is the reason. I'm just asking a question. What we got here? Mr. Flanagan saying, and a community shield against big club. Arsenal Maniac saying Arsenal's first 10 years was brilliant. Of course they was, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. The way that he played football, the way that he turned Arsenal around, the football that we played, the players that he brought in, absolutely immense. You can't knock him from them first 10 years. What happened to the next 11, though, boys and girls and everyone that's watching? What happened? We went from players like Bergkamp, Henry, Perez, Vieira, Sol Campbell, Adams, Winterburn, Dixon, you know, Seaman, Lehman, even, you know, all them players, to Bentner, to Park Young, to Flamini. Let's be honest. I mean, you know, it wasn't fantastic, Flamini. You know, all these sort of players, Senderos, Sonogo. Come on. I mean, ridiculous. That's why we went backwards. That's why we're in the shit we're in there. Default Do said, Terry, you disrespected Diesel last stream. He was stating pure facts about why we lost, and you said it doesn't matter because you have an agenda against Arteta. Terry, you're a winner. No, I didn't, Default Dude. I did not say that. If you look back straight after the game, he said, let's be real, go and watch it. Diesel will look at it himself and he will admit it and all. He said straight after the game, I'm putting that all on Arteta. That's Arteta's fault. And I said, so that's Arteta's fault that Cedric made a bad mistake, is it? That's his fault that he picked the best 11 that we all picked to play that game, who we thought would have enough to go out on that pitch and get us at least a draw or a win. Default Dude, come on. Have it right. Mr. Flanagan says, think we need Tierney back, a fully fit Smith Rowe, Mari, and drop William from the squad, and we'll be going forward again. Totally agree again, Flanagan. Seamus is saying it's a big game, was probably just been cautious, but have to take the gamble sometimes. Yep. Lone Star saying, well done today, Tell. Man of the match, Lee Flanagan. Honourable mention, James Everton. No, exactly. Second man of the match, old James. He's been good and all. And you, Lone Star. Steve, who was my man of the match today? It's got to be Gundogan. It's got to be, you know what I mean? He scored the penalty, 2 assists. It's got to be him. Got to be. Jordan saying he maintained the ship with Walcott and Bentner, let alone he is your best manager ever. It all depends, Jordan, on how old you are, mate. I mean, things that George Graham done for Arsenal when we won the league at Anfield. Absolutely immense. That's why a lot of people have the argument of George Graham and Arsene Wenger. Liverpool was the best team in the world at the time when we went to Anfield. No one in their right frame of mind said that Arsenal would win that by 2 clear goals to win the league at Anfield. What he done with that team all season was fantastic. When you look at the likes of Liverpool's team, Johnny Barnes, Johnny Aldridge, Peter Beardsley, Anson, Grobbelaar, you know, fantastic team they had then. So that's why people weigh it up with George Graham and Arsene Wenger, mate. I was trying to see if Shane has come back or Jake come back with... Sorry, Jake and Seamus, did you answer me? Can you answer me again? Because I've missed it in the chat, mate. Do you think that Klopp didn't sign them players in with the backroom staff? Is that why he didn't play them? Or do you just think it was tactical reasons and he didn't trust them to play against Man City in their first game? Pepsi Pack says, Terry, can we get a weekly called and Tad show? We can get that going, mate. It's not a problem. If you want it, we will produce it. And Taddy is a lovely fella, and he hasn't got a stick up his arse. Because a lot of YouTubers, I'm going to say it now, you know what I mean? They've got to stick up their arse and won't even message you back when you message them. So, Taddy, we can definitely get that sorted, mate. Jake saying, at this rate, we're finished below Arsenal. So, some people won't even see the funny side of that joke, Jake. David saying, be safe tonight, Till. Nothing is more important than getting home at the end. Exactly, David. You're exactly right, mate. Thank you for that. I definitely will keep safe, keep the speed down, and try and get home in one piece, because obviously family is more important, mate. Seamus is saying, but to say Klopp out is madness. Ricardo says, Terry, I support Arteta even if you don't believe it. Ricardo, look, mate, it's up to you, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's up to you. It's your own opinion, but you know, at times I just wish that people weren't so reactional and just, you know, just don't listen to mainstream YouTubers and then go with that. Just have your own brain, and you know what I mean? Because these are my own opinions. I'm not asking anybody to believe me. I'm not asking anybody to take them on board. I'm not asking anybody to think that I'm right or wrong or whatever. All I'm doing is giving my opinion. So, Tony's saying, Terry, no, man of the match for your brother-in-law. I'm disrespected just as much as Diesel. Laugh out loud. Jake has said, James, if I wanted anyone, I wanted Antonio Conte. He'll come in and fucking kick arses and demand from the board. Jake. See, me personally, if I had a choice out of them two, I would pick Klopp all day long. But as I said, you know, that's your opinion, mate. Your opinion. Warren said, Terry, you're a brave man. Terry, doing this on your own. Thank you very much, Warren. Appreciate that, mate. Pepsi Pack, Michael Thomas, legend. Absolute legend, mate. Absolute legend. Steve is saying, Man City know how to turn it on, and Man City got Spurs at home next Saturday. Well, I'm calling it now. I don't care. Man City will win that hands down. The way they're playing. Lee Flanagan, I'm Arteta in, but word does he piss me off with playing Willian as much as he does. Yeah, Flanagan, I agree, mate. He pisses me off. I don't understand why he keeps picking Willian to play in front of players, and he pissed me off yesterday with putting Saka back at left back. I don't understand why he did that. Took away our attack when we need to score a goal. So, you know, that is something he got wrong. He got it wrong. Default Do said, Terry, he said the substitutes killed the game and blamed Arteta for that. And then you went on about his own personal agenda against Arteta. Terry, when we win, we are the Arteta out flip-flops. Default, I'm asking you to go back and have a look again after the game. After the game, Diesel said he's blaming Arteta for that. Listen, I blamed Arteta for the substitutions. I blamed him for the substitutions. I blamed him for putting Saka back at left back. I blamed him for putting Willian on the pitch. But what I didn't do is blame him for the 11 players, the best 11 players that he put on that pitch, which we all agreed on. We all agreed on. Everyone in the chat, you was in the chat. We all agreed that was probably our best 11. But them 11 players did not turn up yesterday. They didn't turn up. They was just as much to blame than Arteta. That's what I was saying. You can't blame Arteta for what Cedric done. Cedric's been one of our best players in the last 3 or 4 games. But you can't blame him for what Cedric done. All I'm saying is you can't just automatically go and say, oh, I'm blaming Arteta out because of what happened just on yesterday. Sorry, it's jumped again. Secondly, Tony's put done a great job today. Praise be where praise is due. Take it easy out there tonight. I need you around so we can have arguments around the table. Exactly, Tony. I'm going nowhere, mate. Don't worry about that. Max has said, problem with Arsenal fans, you're all disagreeing somewhere along the line where you should be uniting and concluding that you need to force your owners out and get your club back to old school. Max, I totally agree with that. I've been saying that for God knows how long. I've been saying that we should go to the Emirates Stadium, not go inside the stadium, and stand outside and support our team. When we score, we can cheer. The players can hear it. I've said that for ages and ages. So we're not spending any money in the club and all that. Just falls on deaf ears, mate. Falls on deaf ears, so it don't matter. Gunner 10 says, does Arteta wear a wig? A Lego wig, yeah. Barman said, Arteta is 80% to blame. Well, that's your opinion, Barman. Like we said, I don't understand it. So, again, let me ask you a question today, Barman. Was it Klopp's fault today when they lost? Was it Klopp's fault when they lost at home to Sheffield United? Was it Klopp's fault when they lost to Brighton? Was it Brighton or was it Fulham? One of the teams the other day. Was it Klopp's fault or was it the players' fault for not actually doing the job on the pitch that he pitched? Or was it everyone's fault? Klopp's, the players, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Right, a couple of more and then I'm going to shoot off, guys. Jake is saying, James, if anyone is defending Klopp, especially after today, but the whole season, I can't see how long they can defend him for. We've lost 3 home games in a fucking row. Is that 3 in a row now? Wow. Well, in that case, Jake, going by the Arsenal philosophy of fans, he needs to be sacked. He needs to be sacked, James, going by the Arsenal philosophy. Tony said, off subject, Tell, your score looks funny. Looks like 1-1 rather than 1-4. It's because what happens is, with this one that I've got in a moment, as soon as it goes full time, it should go to grey or white. But I think the colour is a bit thinny, skewed, and it's gone a bit weird. So I will change it, mate. I will change it, Tone. Like I said, there's different screens I'm trying to get coming. Gunner 10 said, can't Arsenal just give 3 points to City right now? It would save the embarrassment and of a thumping. Right, if that's the case then, Gunner 10, why do people want us in the Champions League then? So we get a thumping by teams every week. Why that then, Gunner 10? You answer me that question. Why do people want to be in the Champions League right now? Because apparently our squad is good enough to be in the top 4. So that would mean we would be in the Champions League. But you're worried about getting thumped by City at the moment. Why would we want to be in the Champions League and get embarrassed? Doesn't make sense. Contradiction in itself right there. Again, by Arsenal fans. But it's your opinion, Gunner 10. Fair enough. Mr. Flanagan says, but explain if it's 80% Arteta's fault when a player gives a short pass. Need to explain that. They won't explain it, Flanagan. It's Arteta's fault. You know, he should have known. Arteta, if we had an experienced manager there, the experienced manager would say to Cedric, look, the tactics are don't play a short pass and then we won't give away goals. Just like an experienced manager said to Alisson when he goes out there, whatever you do, don't give the ball to Man City players when you kick it out. So it's all Klopp's fault today that he told Alisson to do that. It's the same thing, Flanagan. Seamus said, our front 3 has not performed all season. A lot of the players have to hold their hands up as well. Seamus, exactly why. I don't know if it was you or if it was a sorry, it goes Jake who asked me when I said at the beginning of the season why I think Man City would win the league over yous. That is why was my explanation. For me, you should have went out and got another marquee player, because at the moment your front three have got no competition. Let's be real; they've got no competition of any other player coming in and doing a good job for yous. So unfortunately, them three have to play all the time because they're your best players. There's no new blood coming in. You know what I mean? Pushing and making players having to go out there to wear the shirt. That's been Arsenal's case for years. We haven't had the players in our squad and on the bench to be able to push players on the pitch because they've been shit or mediocre. That's the problem that you've got. You didn't have a new player coming in and lifting your team up at another level. That's what Ferguson used to do. That was so great. Right, another couple more. Gunner 10 said, never said I wanted Arsenal in Champions League, not with clueless Arteta anyway, Terry. I want Arsenal to compete and win the title, not just in top four. Exactly, Gunner 10. Of course we do. Everyone keeps saying, I want to be in top four. I want to compete. But we've gone so far backwards over the last 16 years that we needed a transition. We needed something to happen. Otherwise, all we're going to be doing is just making up numbers all the time. You know, oh, we need to get in top four so that we can attract the best players. And we need to get in the top four so we can have the money to attract the best players. Like I said a bit earlier, Gunner 10. Liverpool, 2 seasons ago, won the Champions League. Liverpool last season won the league. Why haven't they had the money to go and spend to get that marquee signing? Why haven't they done it? Oh, that don't matter. Let's just look over that. Arsenal need to be there to do that. We need to do that to get the money. But Liverpool haven't done it. The situation and the times that we're in at the moment just shows you. Man City normally go out and buy a massive player in the window. They didn't. Liverpool haven't been able to do that. We're in a transition period at the moment. I'm not saying Arteta is the answer. What I'm saying to you is Arteta is my manager that I wanted in from Emery after that final that we lost and got embarrassed. I wanted him in. I didn't want anyone else. I wanted Arteta in. That is why I back Arteta. An unexperienced manager, 6 months, 2 trophies. Unexperienced manager in the next 6 months gets rid of 6 or 7 deadwood players that have been at this club for God knows how long. And how embarrassing is that as a club that we have to cancel their contracts or basically pay their contracts off to get rid of them? We can't even get bloody a penny for them because they're crap. Come on. Max said, enjoy your shift, Terry. Stay safe. Thank you very much, Max. Thank you. Richard saying, a project manager, isn't that something? You know, well, there you go. Nine Walls saying, transition is just a lazy click to hide behind mediocrity. You could say that. You could say that if you want. But what you could say is that we've been going backwards for ages, Wolves 9. When was the last time we competed for the league? When was the last time? We've been going backwards as a club under experienced managers. Arsene Wenger, Emery. We was going backwards with the players that was coming in. We couldn't get the players that we wanted. So something needed to change. Barman saying, please, a community shield ain't a trophy. And so what? It ain't a trophy. But we won. We won 2 trophies. Why can't you say that? I don't understand it. Why can't you say that? What is wrong with saying that we won a trophy? That is recognised by the FA and FIFA. And you can only win that if you win something else. That's what I'm saying. It might be a charity match, but you can only get to play in that if you actually win a cup before that. That cup is the FA Cup. James saying, stay safe, Tel. Thank you very much. Seamus saying, take care, everyone. Thank you, Seamus, for coming over, mate. Really appreciate that. Gunner 10 says, Arsenal have been in transition since they moved to the Emirates. How much longer is this transition going to last for? Crying out loud. Gunner 10, we haven't been in transition since moving from the Emirates because we didn't get rid of Arsene Wenger then. Arsene Wenger should have went at least 4 or 5 years ago in my eyes. 4 or 5 years ago. Yes, he won another couple of FA Cups. Fantastic. Yeah, I appreciate that. We've done fantastic in the FA Cup. But on the level that everyone keeps going on about, the league and the Champions League, we was not competing. Let's be real. And like I said, Gunner 10, the players that we keep bringing in are not the caliber of the players that we had 16 years ago. Rapura saying, spot on, Terry, it's not a 1 year fix, more like a 2 or 3 year. Look, you know, some of us will understand the situation. Some of us will have common sense, in my eyes, of the situation. Some of us will look at the whole picture. Yeah, some of us will look at the whole picture and say it's not all going to happen overnight. On the other hand, rightly so, some people are going to say, well, I want it now. I want it now. Why can't we have it now? Like, I want it now. I want it to happen right now. I want Arteta to get sacked. I want a new manager to come in, an experienced manager, and that experienced manager will win us to the league this year. Because surely that's what you want, innit? You won't give an experienced manager new time because you want an experienced manager to come in who will be able to win us the league straight away. Can't have both. Can't have it on both hands. You can't have an experienced manager come in and then say, well, we need to have time. We need to get rid of these players and all that, because that's exactly what we're saying. Steve saying, Terry ain't the manager. The problem is so much deeper. Steve, I totally agree with you, mate. Totally agree with you. Right, I'm going to do one more. Default dude, he said, and this season we are going either lower than under Emery. No FA Cup and no Europe, and going to finish 8th, 12th. We do you act like you don't understand Arteta out, people. We don't know where we're going to end up yet, default dude. Like I said, you're expecting us to do that, and what you're saying is you want us to expect that we will do that. What we're saying is let's just wait to the end of the season. But like what some of us say, we already took it into account that when Arteta come in, this is going to be 1-2 season project. It's going to be a 1-2 season project. We already had that in our mind. That's what I'm saying. We already had that in our mind. We already knew that it wasn't going to be quick success. The only great thing about what's happened is an unexperienced manager that we wanted to come in has won 2 trophies in his first 6 months. Something what the experienced manager didn't do to the manager before, who was experienced. Studio Tech saying, Terry, you are talking crap, mate. Thank you very much. Not a problem. Studio says, we are going down. Why can't you see it? Why are we going down? Why are we going down? Because like I said already, Studio Tech, you're already seeing, again, you're already following big YouTube accounts, let's be real, and you're seeing that a couple of people have got a couple of games in hand over us, and that automatically says that they've got 3 points and they're going to go above us. Is that right, Studio? Am I right or am I wrong? What if they do lose? What if we win our next 4 games? We already talked about it earlier on. If we won our next 4 games and everybody else lost, which is never going to happen, we all know that, but, you know, we'd be on the same points now as what Leicester are in 4th place. I don't know. Chris is saying we can't be having a bad league finish next season again. No, Chris, I've already said this, mate. Already said this. Come next season, after 10, 12 games, if we are doing really bad, like not really bad, like we are now, because we all said it would be a transition. Listen, I'd like to be higher up the table. Of course we would. Of course we bloody would. But at the moment, it's a transition. So I don't know, but if he ain't doing it after 10 games next season, then I will be putting my hands up, Chris, and saying, well, look, I'll tell you what you're doing. You've got your players coming now because of summer. We should get at least 4 players in. So, you know, Jake saying, Terry, I'm pissed. I'm going. Can I talk to you later on Instagram? Of course you can, Jake. Just message me. You know that, mate. DMs are always open. And thank you very much for coming over and watching us, mate. Really appreciate it. Tony, take care. Right. Yep, that's it now. Right, last one. 3M recipes. I say everyone chill and give Arteta till the first 10 games next season. That's all I was asking. I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't know, but that's a good one to stay on. Chris is saying, take care, Terry. Great stream. Love, buddy. Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate that. Last one to default. Terry, mate, I'm processing, not Arteta-ing. I never thought in a million years we would get the league. Terry, you're a good guy, but I think you're more deluded than entire night, mate. No problem, default. Like I said, it's just my opinion, mate, and I respect your opinion. But thank you for watching us. I really do appreciate it, mate. And like I said, thank you to everyone that come in today. Really appreciate it. It ended, obviously, Liverpool 1, Man City 4. And obviously, all the headlines will be on Alisson and obviously Salah with the VAR again. That should never have been a penalty. But there you go. Thank you very much, everyone. Really do appreciate it. And we will see you again soon. Stay safe, everyone.